Dr. Tanya. Hello, Dr. Tanya, ma'am.
Yes, madam.
Ma'am, I have joined. I have joined through phone also. So if any technical glitch, then make me co-host in Dr. Parvesh name. Okay.
We will do.
So I have also logged in through phone.
All right. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Jennifer ji. Namaskar, sir. Good evening, sir. Thank you for joining. Namaskar.
नमस्कार नमस्कार मैं ऑडिबल हूँ am I audible?
Yes sir, yes sir. Can we also kindly upgrade Dr. Nilofer ji? She is also hello Nilofer.
Namaste, I'm here.
Good evening. Also
Nilofer ji,
Professor
Namaste, Gopal ji, कैसे हैं?
मैं ठीक हूँ, बिल्कुल ठीक हूँ. All well, all set.
And also Dr. Bhandarkar ji and Jennifer is also to be upgraded, please. Can we also upgrade Professor Shakuntala Nagpal ji? Kindly also upgrade Jennifer. Namaskar, ma'am. All right, Jennifer, ma'am. We can start. All the dignitaries are here.
Yes, ma'am. I hope the screen is clear.
Yes, visible, ma'am. Please start.
Over to Dr. Parvesh, ma'am.
Okay, should we start now, ma'am?
Yes, please do, ma'am.
Okay. जरूरी नहीं है रोशनी चिरागों से हो, शिक्षा से भी घर रोशन होते हैं. So good evening, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests. As we gather here today to bring this conference on educational reforms and advancement to a close, so let us take a moment to reflect on the knowledge we have gained, the connections we have forged, and the shared commitment to improving education that unite us all. So in this valedictory invocation, let us join together in a moment of this unity. This event, this first virtual international conference on educational reforms and advancement is organized by Councils for Teacher Professional Development in collaboration with its esteemed organizing partners, K.R. Mangalam University, Gurugram, Haryana, India, Galgotia University, Greater Noida, Uttar Pradesh, India, Saraswati College of Professional Studies, Ghaziabad, Uttar Pradesh, India, Satyug Darshan Institute of Education and Research, Faridabad, Haryana, India, DAV PG College situated in Dehradun, Uttarakhand, India, and Azad College of Education that is in Satara, Maharashtra, India. We are delighted to have established partnership with renowned knowledge partners, including Vishwa Yuva Kendra, New Delhi, India, Human Touch Foundation, India, the Social Development and Research Foundation, India, the Council for Teacher Education Foundation, India, and the Policy Research Center, Bangladesh, India. Furthermore, we are proud to collaborate with esteemed publication partners of both national and international recognition, such as EJED Education Publishing, Red Shine Publication, and the International Journal of Education and Allied Sciences. So as we, in this moment of reflection, let us remember the students, the future leaders, and the change makers whose lives will be touched by the reforms and advancement we have discussed. So may we always keep their best interests at the forefront of our endeavors, and may we remain committed to providing them with the tools, skills, and opportunity they need to thrive. So I welcome all the dignitaries and delegates and our chief guest, session chair, co-chairs, and all the participant presenters in this valedictory session. So with this note, I would, we both, Professor Jennifer and Dr. Parvesh Lata, here to present you the valedictory session. So I would like to invite first Professor Vinay D. Dongte, Program Director, West Zone CTPD India, for welcome address. Sir, you are Professor, Azad College of Education, Satara, Maharashtra, and with over 25 years of expertise in the field of education, your area of specialization, that is education technology, teacher education, and educational research. So, sir, I would like to invite for the welcome address of this inaugural session. Over to you, sir.
Thank
Dr.
you,
Vinay
thank you,
ji.
ma'am. Namaste, all of you. Good evening, all the distinguished guests, delegates in the last segment of this international e-conference, CTPDCON-ERA 2023. It is my pleasure to introduce to you CTPD. We are a professional organization, NGO, dedicated to the development and empowerment of higher education teachers in India. At the Council for Teachers Professional Development, CTPD, India, our mission is to foster a strong community of educators who are equipped with the knowledge, skills, and resources to provide quality education and contribute to the growth of our nation. And this is the right step to fulfill our mission to conduct such a huge event. This conference has proved to be a grand success. Taking into consideration few objectives, this conference was planned, and I hope we have satisfactorily achieved these objectives. I welcome all the distinguished guests and eminent speakers who have come from all across the globe today to share their knowledge. First of all, I welcome chief guest of our valedictory session, Professor Dr. Sanjeev Sonawne, Vice Chancellor, Yashwantrao Chavan Maharashtra Open University, Nasik, Maharashtra, India. I welcome you, sir. Similarly, we have with us Professor Dr. Gopal Krishna Thakur, President, Social Development and Research Foundation, SDRF, India. I welcome you, sir. As a guest of honor, we have Dr. Nilofarji with us. She is the head of the department, Tashkent State University of Oriental Studies, Uzbekistan. I welcome you, ma'am. We have today with us another guest of honor, Dr. Rekha Kaul, Discipline-Led and STEM Research Group and Deputy Head, School of Education, Faculty of Humanities, Curtin University, Australia. I welcome you, ma'am, on behalf of CTPD India officials. I would like to welcome all the participant research scholars and all the officials of CTPD India in this valedictory session. So once again, I welcome each and everyone in this valedictory session of first international e-conference on educational reform and advancements. Thank you, and over to you, Parvesh Lata ma'am. Thank you, all of you.
Thank you so much, sir, for this beautiful welcome address. Now, in continuation, I would like to invite Dr. Reena Unyal Tiwari, Associate Professor, Department of Teacher Education, DUE PG College, Dehradun, Uttarakhand, and she is Program Director, Quality Circle, CTPD India, and also the Organizing Joint Secretary, CTPDCON-ERA 2003. You are invited to read the report of inaugural session. Over to you, Dr. Reena.
Thank you, Dr. Parvesh. A very warm namaskar and good evening to all the distinguished guests, speakers, delegates, participants, and dear students. It is my honor and privilege to present the report of inaugural session of the International Virtual Conference CTPDCON-ERA 2023, organized by the Council for Professional Development, CTPD, India. The inaugural session commenced with virtual lighting of lamp and blessings from Ma Saraswati. Dr. Shweta Rani and I, Dr. Reena Unyal Tiwari, both organizing Joint Secretary of CTPDCON-ERA 2023, moderated the inaugural session. Dr. Sanjay Kumar Chaudhary, sir, convener of Virtual International Conference, in his welcome address, welcomed chief guest, guest of honor, guest speakers, delegates, and participants with pleasing words. Professor Satyendra Gupta, advisor CTPDCON-ERA 2023, presented a brief profile of Council for Teachers Professional Development, CTPD India, The main objectives, theme of conference, 4 tracks, 16 sub-tracks, expected outcomes were introduced by Conference Organizing Secretary, Dr. Jugnu Khattar Bhatia. E-souvenir of CTPDCON-ERA 2023 was released in the gracious presence of all the guests. The inaugural session made a great start in the presence of eminent educationists, not only from India, but abroad too. Professor Gopal Krishna Thakur sir, Dean School of Education, Mahatma Gandhi Antarashtriya Hindi Vishwavidyalay, Wardha, Maharashtra, delivered keynote address elaborating the educational reforms and advancements related to the Indian knowledge system, sustainable development. He identified and honored student diversity and capacities for inclusion. Our chief guest, Padma Shri Professor Dr. J.S. Rajput sir, former Director NCERT New Delhi, India, presented his thoughts on effective teacher education to transform the education of India. The key takeaways of sir's address focused on relevance of Indian knowledge system in the present context and its role in promoting peace and harmony. Guest speaker Sri Uday Singh Shankar sir, CEO Vishwa Yuva Kendra Delhi, emphasized on collaboration between all stakeholders to work on 17 sustainable goals and presented his insights on service above self. Guest of honor, Professor Dr. Barinder Jeet Kaur, National Institute of Education, Nanyang Technological University, Singapore, shared her self-developed hybrid model in 2011 of continuous professional development for teachers in context of mathematics education that can be replicated in various other disciplines too. Guest speaker for track 1 on Indian knowledge system, Professor Sunil Kumar Singh sir from Banaras Hindu Vishwavidyalay, Varanasi, emphasized the relevance of Indian knowledge system in NEP 2020 and how it needs a forward-looking approach to be anchored in our system of education in India so that everyone can achieve and live the spirit of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Guest speaker for track 2 on sustainable development, research, practices and education, Professor Yashwant Rao Rama sir from Mauritius Institute of Education, Mocha, Mauritius. In his research-based presentation on critical thinking for sustainable development, talked in detail about how it is done in the context of teacher education in Mauritius and specifically in Maharashtra, India, and emphasized on the need by teachers to foster critical thinking within themselves. Professor Nellie Doit, International Hellenic University, Toronto, Ontario, Canada, highlighted on the need for technology in learning, engaging, collaborating, adapting during her address on track 3, digital transformation and online education. Professor Dwarika Prasad Unyal from RV University, Bengaluru, the guest speaker for track 4 on equitable and inclusive education, in his address brought everyone's attention to glaring realities based on global statistics that education needs to be more equitable, inclusive, and sustainable. He shared his insights on what needs to be done through personal anecdotes and lived experiences. Vote of thanks to all guests, delegates, participants was presented by Professor Tanya Gupta ma'am, Organizing Secretary, CTPDCON-ERA. Ma'am presented a brief summary of speakers' insight in a very concise manner. The inaugural session came to an end with national anthem. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Parvesh.
Thank you so much, Dr. Reena. It was indeed a very nice inaugural session. Everyone benefited from the inaugural session. Thank you so much, ma'am. Now, without further ado, I would like to invite our organizing partner, Dr. Jugnu Khattar Bhatia, Principal Satyug Darshan Institute of Education and Research, Faridabad, Haryana, Program Director, Research Circle, CTPD India, and Organizing Joint Secretary, CTPDCON-ERA 2023. So over to you, Dr. Jugnu, to read the report of track 1.
Thank you so much, Dr. Parvesh. Honorable Chief Guest for the Valedictory Ceremony, Guest of Honor, distinguished guest speakers from national and international platforms, executive members of CTPD India, and our valued participants, a very good evening to one and all. I feel honored and privileged to present a report on the technical sessions of track number 1 on the theme Indian Knowledge Systems, Integration and Internationalization that was held on the 14th of October in the evening session. This track was dedicated to exploring the rich tapestry of Indian knowledge system and their integration into the global landscape. In the technical session 1.1 titled IKS as a Living Tradition, this session was chaired by Professor Mahesh Narayan Dikshit from the Faculty of Education, Gujarat Vidyapeeth, Ahmedabad, India, and the co-chaired by Dr. Sonal Chabda, Principal, Rawal College of Education, Faridabad, Haryana, India. In this session, total 6 paper presenters presented their views. They emphasized upon the philosophical aspect of IKS with special reference to teachings of Bhagavad Gita. They also discussed the Vedic literature, Upanishad, Vedas, and Upvedas that are all part of the Indian knowledge system. One of the participants presented their views on Vedic mathematics and calculus and discussed its application in their current education system. They presented their views about the fundamentals of Indian knowledge system as a national treasure, which includes the significant components of IKS, such as knowledge transmission, that is Gyan, knowledge tradition, Gyan Parampara, and practical utility. Presenter also discussed the traditional knowledge of medicine, mindfulness practices, that is Vipassana, heritage, etc., that has to be provided to the student so that they can acquire the understanding about the importance of IKS in the well-being and all-round professional development. In the technical session 1.2, titled The Culture and Spiritual Identity of India, this session was chaired by Professor Aarti Kaul Kachru, Dean School of Education, Sharda University, Greater Noida, Uttar Pradesh, India, and co-chaired by the Pargat Singh Garcha, Principal GHG Khalsa College of Education, Punjab, India. In this technical session, total 6 paper presenters presented their views. They explored a number of areas of IKS where a lot of research and studies are already in process. This includes study of health and well-being, and consciousness, art and culture, mathematics and astronomy, etc. Community wellness and quality of life are very important for any individual, especially in a rapidly changing and technology-driven society and world. They also discuss the strategies for integrating the Indian knowledge system into all levels of educational curriculum and to discuss ways to bring out the Indian way before the world. This exposure to both traditional and modern ideas help the participants in acquiring the knowledge of our culture ethos, broaden intellectual horizon, and culminate towards the idea of Ek Bharat, Shresth Bharat. In the technical session 1.23 titled Relevance of IKS in the Present Knowledge System, the session was chaired by Professor Ganesh V. Halade He was an associate professor in the Division of Cardiovascular Sciences, Department of Medicine, University of South Florida, USA, and co-chaired by the Dr. Vandana Nalawade, Principal, Azad College of Education, Satara, Maharashtra, India. In this total, 7 presenters presented their views and they discussed about the India's rich and eternal knowledge history, including Gyan, Vigyan, and Jivan Darshan as its guiding principle, with evolution based on experience and experiments with reference to the NEP 2020 that recognize this rich heritage of ancient and eternal Indian knowledge and thought as a guiding principle. One of the presentation highlighted the problems and the barriers identified by the school in implementing the policy and building an innovative culture, and focused on how school leadership supports and promotes innovation in the educational setting. In the technical session 1.4, titled IKS and Some Reflections for Global Integration, this session was chaired by Professor Savita Rawat from the Department of Teacher Education, DAV PG College, Dehradun, Uttarakhand, India, and co-chaired by Dr. Anita Singh, Director, Saraswati College of Professional Studies, Ghaziabad, Uttar Pradesh, India. In this technical session, total 7 paper presenters presented their views. The vast discussion depicted that the Indian knowledge system is the combination of culture, traditional and artistic wisdom, scientific and philosophically advanced principle and methodology. The Indian knowledge system that had evolved out of experience, observation, experimentation, and rigorous analysis. Ancient scholars have already done researches related to weather forecasting, cyclone, rainfall, earthquake, etc. So we have to revisit India's age-old knowledge tradition and find out the ways to inculcate this knowledge in the present education system. The Indian knowledge system helps in fostering peace and value education, which is essential for the achievement of sustainable world. To conclude, I would like to say, as we are aware that there is a Bharatiya way that is both sustainable and strives for the welfare of all. So if we want to become the knowledge leader and be the Vishwa Guru, it is imperative that we regain a comprehensive knowledge of our heritage and demonstrate the Indian way of doing things to the entire world. Therefore, there is a need to regenerate and mainstream Indian knowledge system for the contemporary world. Thank you so much. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Juglu. Now I would like to invite the organizing partner of the conference, Professor Dr. Satyendra Gupta, sir. He is Dean School of Education, Golgotia University, Greater Noida, Uttar Pradesh, India, and he is Chief Advisor CTPD and Advisor CTPDCON-ERA 2023. So I would like to invite you, sir, for the report of track 2. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Namaskar to all. And today is a great day for us because we are having on our platform so many great personalities. So once again, I greet all of you and namaskar and good evening to all. I am happy to present the report of track 2 of this first international e-conference CTPDCON-ERA 2023 organized by the Council for Teachers Professional Development CTPD India. As we are aware about the theme of the e-conference, that was educational reforms and advancements. And the track 2 theme was sustainable development, research, practice, and education. So this track 2 was again divided into 4 subtracks. So I, Dr. Satyendra Gupta, with my co-convener, Dr. Shweta Rani, who is Program Director, Bhuchetna CTPD India and Joint Organizing Secretary, CTPDCON-ERA 2023. And she is Assistant Professor in Senior Grade Department of Zoology, Dayal Singh College, University of Delhi, India. So we both convened and co-convened this track. And for the smooth conduction of the track and the presentations, so this track was divided into 4 subtracks and we named is 2.1, 2.2, 2.3 and 2.4. So I would like to just brief about the subtracks, or we called it the plenary sessions or technical session, we can say. So subtract 2.1 themed was education in sustainable development, and that was successfully moderated by the moderator, Miss Smita Thakre. She is coordinator, Titans Public School, Amravati, Maharashtra. Subtrack 2.2 was themed on communities, governance, and sustainable practices, and that was handled and moderated by the Miss Pooja Chopra, Assistant Professor, Department of Education, School of Humanities, Social Sciences Education, GD Goenka University, Gurugram. Subtrack 2.3 was moderated by the Dr. Rekha Kaushal. She is Assistant Professor, Department of Education, School of Humanities, Social Sciences Education, GD Goenka University, Gurugram. And the theme of this subtract 2.3 was Sustainable Education and Global Partnership. And subtract 2.4 was having the theme Practices in Sustainability, and that was moderated by the Dr. Shweta Bhargava, Assistant Professor, Sanjay Teachers Training College, Jaipur, Rajasthan. So our track 2 was divided into 4 subtracks, and different persons handled it for the smooth conduction. And we tried to give the sufficient time to all the presentators for their satisfaction to present their work. So further, I would like to highlight that for this track, we were fortunate to have with us esteemed, renowned, and very knowledgeable personalities from the eminent institutions from the country. So they chaired the session and co-chaired the session. So first I would like to highlight the person who headed the track 2.1. So Professor Dr. R.S. Rai, Professor and Director IQAC, MIT University, Noida, UP, India. He was the chair of the session 2.1. And that session co-chaired by the Professor Dr. Pallavi Ketkar, Professor and Director Academics, Parul University, Vadodara, Gujarat. Subtrack 2.2, we had with us Professor Poonam Sharma, Professor, Department of Geography, Shahid Bhagat Singh College, University of Delhi, as a session chair, and Dr. Saeed Jahim Alam, Associate Professor, Department of Geography, Dayal Singh College, University of Delhi, Delhi. In subtrack 2.3, we had Dr. Ajay Surana, Associate Professor and the Head of the Department of Education, Banastali Vidyapeeth, Rajasthan, as a session chair, and Dr. Shireen Rais, Assistant Professor, Department of Economics, Aligarh Muslim University, Aligarh, UP, India, as a co-chair. And then we had in session 2.4, Professor Dr. Jayanta Mite. He is Professor, Department of Education, University of Kalyani, Nadia, West Bengal, India. And that session 2.4 co-chair by Dr. Shruti Tiwari, Principal, School of Education, Suresh Gyan Vihar University, Jaipur, Rajasthan. So these were the personalities, those who helped us to complete our task for track 2. Total 20 papers were presented in that track 2. And just I want to summarize here. In 2.1, 6 presentations were done, 2.2, 6 presentations were done. In 2.3, only 3 presentations could happen due to some technical difficulties faced by the partners, presenters. And then track 2.4, we had the 5 presentations. So to overall 20 papers were presented in track 2 and scheduled were 28. The session were aimed to provide a platform for in-depth discussions on various topics related to education and sustainable development, or specifically to SDG 17 goals, which are aimed by the United Nations. All presenters wholeheartedly contributed their experiences, thoughts, and insights on the theme and sub-themes for the track. All the chairs and coaches appreciated the efforts of the paper presenters, because definitely they all did good work, hard work, and they tried their best to present their work. And this session proved as a knowledge sharing session. We extend our hearty thanks and gratitude to all. So thank you, ma'am, for giving me time to share the report of the track 2. Lataji, over to you.
Yes, thank you so much, sir. So now I would like to invite our organizing partner of the conference, Dr. Sanjay Kumar and Dr. Tanya Gupta, for the track 3 and track 4. Dr. Sanjay Kumar, he is President, CTPD Conference Convener and Principal, Saraswati College of Professional Studies, Ghaziabad. And Professor Tanya Gupta, she is Dean, School of Education, Kyanmangalam University, Haryana. And she is Secretary General CTPD and Organizing Secretary CTPDCON-ERA 2023 for lifetime to read the report of track 3. So I would like to invite you, Professor Tanya Gupta, to read the report of track 3 and 4.
Thank you, Dr. Parvesh ji. Thank you so much for providing me the opportunity. And you've already heard the overview. I'll be very, very brief. So track 3, which was on digital transformation and online education, the organizing partner for this track 3 was Saraswati College of Professional Studies, Ghaziabad. The convener of the session, Dr. Sanjay Kumar ji, and the co-convener of this track, Ms. Jennifer Robinson. We had 4 plenary sessions in this track. Plenary session 3.1, digital transformation and online education. The session was chaired by Dr. Amit Ahuja, Associate Professor, University School of Education, Guru Gobind Singh Indraprasth University, Delhi, under which there were 10 different paper presentations, basically to deliberate upon what is the transformation required in terms of digitalization of education. And the session was co-chaired by Dr. Sunita Arora ji, who is the principal at the Institute of Teacher Education, Faridabad, Haryana. So the session was very much engrossing, and the papers that have been submitted under this section, they have brought out some kind of really good suggestions for digital transformation. Let me move to the plenary section, that is session 3.2, which is on digital and online education for quality education. And as the plenary session highlights, the focus moved here on how digital education is necessary to ensure quality education that also aligns to the Sustainable Development Goal 4. The session was chaired by Dr. Sandhya Miland Khedkar, Principal Gokhale Education Society College of Education, Maharashtra, India. And it was co-chaired by Ma'am Samin, lecturer, Department of English Language Teaching, Faculty of Arts and Culture, Southeastern University of Sri Lanka. And during this session, there were 11 paper presentations that were effectively listed and made, and the focus was primarily on digital pedagogies and how one can use the ICT and artificial intelligence for as a pedagogical tool. Moving to the third plenary session under the track 3.3 on emerging trends and artificial intelligence in digital transformation. The session was chaired by Dr. Siti Nazur Salim, Deputy Dean, Graduate School of Arts and Sciences, University Uttara Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, and co-chaired by Dr. Yashpal Sharma, Assistant Professor, Department of Education, Central University of Kerala. During this session, there were 11 paper presenters and various aspects of using artificial intelligence, e-learning, and how the awareness of disruptive technology is important, especially in context of teacher education. What are the AI-based applications that can be used in school and higher education and specific to various disciplines like sciences and mathematics? All these were discussed, and a very interesting paper on EdTech entrepreneurship was also covered during this section. Coming to the fourth plenary session of track 3, that is 3.4, it delved on challenges and benefits of online education. The session was chaired by Professor Dr. Madhusudan JV, Head of Department, Education and Educational Technology, School of Social Sciences, University of Hyderabad. And it was co-chaired by myself, Dr. Tanya Gupta, Dean, School of Education, K.R. Mangalam University. In this session, we had 9 paper presentations, and in this segment, primarily out of the benefits and challenges that came out, the research scholars and the faculty really brought out some groundbreaking ways in which we can provide differentiated instruction especially to the children with differential needs, and how we can work upon the digital divide, enhancing digital literacy and digital competencies of the teachers. Moving to track 4. Yeah, moving to track 4, for which the organizing partner was K.R. Mangalam University, Gurugram, Haryana. This track was convened by myself as in the capacity of Dean, School of Education, and my colleague Dr. Pooja Verma, who is Assistant Professor at the School of Education. Again, 4 plenary sessions. Plenary session 4.1 on equitable access to quality higher education, chaired by Dr. Kaushal Sharma, Associate Professor and Head Department of Hearing Impairment, Faculty of Special Education, Dr. Shakuntala Mishra, National Rehabilitation University, and co-chaired by Dr. Upasana Singh, Director, Human Touch Foundation, Greater Noida, who is also the knowledge partner of this international conference. During this technical session, 6 papers were presented, and ideally, the basic premise of equitable access to quality education was discussed. Moving on to plenary session 4.2, where the policy perspectives of inclusive education were deliberated upon by 6 paper presenters under the able chair guidance of Professor Dr. Anupam Ahuja, former Professor, Department of Education of Groups with Special Needs and Head International Relation Division, NCERT, New Delhi, and co-chaired by Dr. Astrid Skimid, Education Research Scientist, Open Education Resources Center for Science of Learning and Education, National Institute of Education, Nanyang Technological University, Singapore. Moving on to plenary session 4.3, which was on the global agenda of 2030, that is the SDG 4. In this session, we had 8 paper presentations, and the session was chaired by Professor Dr. Manjula Vithanapati Rana, Chair of Educational Psychology, Faculty of Education, Colombo University, Sri Lanka, and co-chaired by Dr. Apurva Panshikar, Assistant Professor, Department of Special Education, SNDT Women's University, Mumbai. The last plenary session, 4.4, elaborated the curriculum, teaching, evaluation, and research paradigms and methodologies to ensure equitable access to inclusive and quality education. In this segment, there were 6 paper presenters, and they explored things like experiential learning, employee engagement, mobile learning, soft skills. So all these were under the domain of this segment. And the session was chaired by Dr. Eugene Koch, who is the Associate Professor in Leadership Policy and Governance, Worklund School of Education, University of Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and co-chaired by Dr. Anusuya Kapoor Yadav, Assistant Dean Student Welfare and Assistant Professor at the Amity Institute of Rehabilitation Sciences, Amity University, Uttar Pradesh, India. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to present before the chief guest and the other dignitaries and the delegates to this conference, track 3 and track 4 report. Over to you.
Thank you, Professor Tanya. Now I would like to over the session to Dr. Jennifer. Over to you, Dr. Jennifer.
Thank you so much, Parvesh ma'am. Good evening to one and all present here. I'm extremely delighted to extend a warm welcome to our speaker for today's session, the special address by Professor Dr. Gopal Krishna Thakur, President, Social Development and Research Foundation, SDRF, India. Sir is a dean. He is also a professor, head of the Department of Psychology. He is a chairperson for school board and also for the board of studies. He is also headed as a project head, member for the university court, member for the academic council, and member for the school board, School of Education. So the list continues further. He has 28 years of teaching experience and research experience of 20 years and the administrative experience of 18 years. Apart from that, Sir is also professionally engaged in life membership for the Indian Association of Teacher Educator, All India Association of Educational Research, external evaluator, member of the editorial board for various journals, co-chief editor for various journals, and so on. So with this vast experience, now let me welcome Professor Dr. Gopal for the special address for today's evening session. Over to Sir.
Thank you very much. So now we are at the concluding session of this 2 days hectic international conference. And we have witnessed the kind of enthusiast participation, presentation, distinguished academicians and educationists from all over the globe. In this session, we have with us Professor Sonavane, a dear friend and Vice Chancellor of Yeshwantrao Jahan Open University, Maharashtra. Dr. Nilofer from Uzbekistan, Tashkent State University of Oriental Studies, and many distinguished academicians and guests. So first of all, a big thank you to all for organizing this wonderful event. I will not take much time today. Yesterday I spoke something, my bit, but two things I would like to share: sweet and sour. Sour in the beginning, sweet at the last. Sour is something, you know what, like out of my own experience, every time when I attend an event like this, a seminar, a conference, whatever you name it, and we see people discussing on the issues and concerns of education, of all walks of education, of life and higher education, different levels of education, which are now, we come up with good ideas and we disseminate. Purpose of all these gatherings, all these events is all over to disseminate the fragrance of well thought of educational deliberations all over. So that could be the major takeaways from those events to our general life, to our professional life. But what happens after a certain period of time, we again gather together and discuss on the issues, concerns, which we have already discussed in previous conferences, seminars. So we have to be very sincere, we have to be very focused, we have to be very purposeful in what we take away from all these events, and whether we are implying those things in our professional life or not. That responsible citizen is inside us, and we have to own that responsibility to implement those ideas, to execute those ideas into our professional life. Are we able to do that? Are we doing that? Or we just gather together, organize the set? It's very important. Here I would recollect one small piece of saying from our Indian mythological text. I'm very fascinated with that text. What Duryodhan said sometimes before the war of Mahabharata took place, when Krishna asked Duryodhan, "Oh Duryodhan, why is that the Pandavas and the Kauravas attended the same institution, the same schools, the same Gurukul? The same teacher taught both of you. You Kauravas and Pandavas learned the same, the curriculum was same, the methodology was same, the examination system was same, and you all, irrespective of whether you belonged to Kaurav side or Pandava side, you passed the examination with flying colors. You excelled in the examination. Then what is that? And why is that? That Pandavas are on the path of dharmas, the duties. Dharma means duties. In Indian philosophical context, we mean by dharma our duties, the humane duties towards our society. So why is that? And what is that? The Pandavas are on the path of dharma, and you are on the path of adharma. So this was the question, supposedly, like nobody was present there of present day's time. Nobody is living alive who was there at that time, but it is said that sometimes in the history of mankind it happened. And so Sri Krishna asked Duryodhan. So I'm fascinated with the answer of Duryodhan. What Duryodhan said to Lord Krishna. Duryodhan says, "O Krishna, janami dharmam nachame pravirti, janamya dharmam nachame nivritti." I know what are virtues. I know what are the path of life, good path of life. I know very well, but I'm not inclined to that. I know what is a dharma. I know what are vices of life, but I'm not able to get rid of that. So here comes the wisdom where we are supposed to incline to and how and where from we are supposed to get rid of. If on all these platforms, on all these fora, if we get into all such deliberations on how to reform, how to advance, how to bring out reform, how to bring out advancement, but at the end of the day, we conclude the events, we go back to our institution, and we get into the same monotonous routine, what is the point of attending? What is the point of organizing now? So this piece of information just stemming out of my heart, I just wanted to share with you all. But yes, I have this deep-rooted faith in myself and for all of you when I see the exuberated faces of young and dynamic organizers and how beautifully they are organizing, how beautifully they are, putting their heart and soul and energy and time to organize such kind of events tirelessly. So I see the ray of hope that yes, we are traversing on the right path, and maybe through all these deliberations, we would find a way to get rid of those adharma and to get inclined to those dharma. That was Duryodhan's issue, Duryodhan's problem, but that would not be ours problem. So this is what this ray of hope is there. This is what I see. And I believe that all of you, when you go away from this conclusion of this seminar, definitely you must have learned so many new things. You must have acquired so many new things. And definitely, even if a bit of that you would try to apply, you would try to execute in your professional, personal life, that would definitely be like a change maker's role. So I have this faith in you. So with all this, I would greet all of you. I would, place on record my gratitude for inviting all of us to share our words and spirit. And in the last thing of this my fraction, I would quote Ishavasya Upanishad, where it is said, Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. That complete universal self is complete in itself. And even this seminar is moving towards its completion. So even if you deduct the complete event from the wholeness of what is happening as the universal phenomena, nothing is lost. This process and all these processes will always be going on. And I wish you all the best for all your future endeavors. And I am very excited to listen to Professor Sonamane, Dr. Nilufar, and all of you. So with this, I will put a pause, put a stop on my words here. And again, thanks to the organizer for inviting me, for asking me to share my views. Thank you very much. Over to you.
Thank you, sir. Please accept our token of gratitude from the organizers of the conference, this virtual memento. Moving on further, yet another eminent speaker for today's evening. Addressed by the guest of honor, Dr. Nilofar Khojava, the head of the department, Tashkent State University of Oriental Studies, Uzbekistan. Madam Nilofar has a lot of interesting facts when you read about her profile. She was first a student from the Tashkent state, followed by she became a lecturer, then faculty. One fine day, she became PhD researcher and now serving as the head of the Department of Translation Studies and International Journalism of the same university. I think it's a marvelous achievement from student to the head of the department. Sir, ma'am has also have published a lot of national and international journals. Her main theme is to convert the Hindi translated literature in Uzbekistan language, a foreign language. That is what the most important part of her work. And she is the first researcher who worked on this contrastive linguistics and translation study of Hindi into Uzbek language. In 2023 February, she has been awarded Vishwa Hindi Samman by ICCR and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of India. It's a proud privilege to the entire team of CTPD to welcome you, ma'am, for this session. Over to you, ma'am.
थैंक यू। सबसे पहले मैं सबको नमस्कार कहती हूँ और सब प्रतिभागियों को, यहाँ पर उपस्थित विद्वानों को अपना नमस्ते कहती हूँ। अस्सलाम वालेकुम, गुड इवनिंग। मुझे बड़ी खुशी हुई है कि मैं आज आपके साथ उपस्थित हूँ और इस उपस्थिति के लिए मैं प्रोफेसर गोपाल कृष्ण ठाकुर जी को अपना आभार प्रकट करती हूँ और संजय कुमार चौधरी सर को अपना आभार प्रकट करती हूँ और यहाँ उपस्थित सब विद्वानों को। आई वांट टू से ज्यादा यहाँ पर मैं कल से सेशन में उपस्थित हूँ और मैंने देखा है कि यहाँ बाहर से भी आए हुए विद्वानों इकट्ठे हुए हैं, इसीलिए अपना भाषण अंग्रेजी में आगे बढ़ाऊंगी। Dear esteemed organizers, academicians, and research scholars, Uzbekistan's journey in the last 5 years towards sustainable development, inclusive education, and digital innovation is nothing short of remarkable. The nation's commitment to the goals is evident through the development of national indicators for the UN Sustainable Development Goals, the establishment of multiple branches of leading foreign universities. For example, if we say of example of India, Amity and Sharda, we have branches of these universities in Uzbekistan, and the launch of visionary initiatives like Digital Uzbekistan 2025. These endeavors are illuminating the path towards a bright future. The strategic goal of building New Uzbekistan is laying the foundation for the third resonance, as it is well known that the territory of modern Uzbekistan in the ancient times was the cradle of two great Renaissance epochs. The first is Enlightenment, 9th and 12th centuries, great resonance. Second one is Timurid, 14th and 15th centuries. Today, Uzbekistan is becoming a country of democratic transformation, big opportunities, and practical deeds. This process is the greatest result of the reforms during last years. And I want to say that nowadays, a lot of international students also coming to Uzbekistan to Hello,
Yeah,
am
we
I
can hear
audible?
you. Yes,
There was
yes.
a-
There
yeah.
was a glitch. You can carry,
So,
please.
and Indology of Uzbekistan goes to history of independence of India. From 77 years in Uzbekistan, we have Indology. We teach Hindi and Indian history, Indian economics, and nowadays the tourism. The Tashkent State University of Oriental Studies, we have a lot of research on Indology, Indian studies, history of India, and manuscripts, etc. So that the connection and collaboration between and Uzbekistan goes very far. And nowadays, a lot of investments come to Uzbekistan from India, especially we can say that in educational field, like regions of Gujarat and between Andijan region of Uzbekistan, they have very tight connections between. And the sample for that in the Sharda University, which is situated in Andijan. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. I think there's some network issue, and today's the conference STDPCON-ERA 2023 still wanted to explore and research new possibilities of education system, but there is a different kind of problem, like these technical problems still we can face through online conferences, through online classes, etc. And the COVID-19 created the very easy way to connect all over the globe the people, but still we have facing this kind of things with technical issues. And of course, we are trying to solve this kind of problems while education and research studies, etc. And I am very happy and glad to see you all of you, because here I have heard that some participants from Shahid Bhagat Singh College, Delhi University, and I was studied at Shahid Bhagat Singh College and Delhi University very long back. And I felt that some professors or researchers are coming, teachers are coming from that college. It's very nice to hear that these people are participating along with me, because long before I was a student of that college. And it's very interesting and honorable to listen all the participants from all over the India, because whenever I do teach my students, I say that don't think that only the north part of India. You have to learn more about India, because India is incredible, and we have to teach and learn a lot about India. And this conference helped, as our students also participated in this conference, and it is help to our students also to know more about this nowadays education policy, education sustainable development in education system, and regarding the gender equality and all these kind of things, how we can solve and how we can find a new way on research and other things. Thank you very much. Once again, excuse me for technical issues. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for the valuable information shared with us. Over to Parvesh, ma'am, for the further proceedings.
Thank you so much, Dr. Jennifer, to carry on this session. श्रद्धा ज्ञान देती है, नम्रता मान देती है, योग्यता स्थान देती है, और अगर ये तीनों मिल जाएं तो सम्मान देती है। तो अब मैं इस तरह के व्यक्तित्व, आकर्षित व्यक्तित्व एंड प्रतिष्ठित एंड सम्मानित व्यक्तित्व को आमंत्रित करना चाहूंगी। आई वुड लाइक टू इनवाइट आवर चीफ गेस्ट, रिस्पेक्टेड प्रोफेसर डॉक्टर संजीव सोनावने. He is Vice Chancellor, Yashwant Rao Chaman Maharashtra Open University, Nasik, Maharashtra, India, for their valuable insight. As our chief guest, you represent the epitome of knowledge, vision, and dedication. So your presence elevate this event, and your participation adds gravitas to our discussion. We are genuinely privileged to have you among us, sir, and we look forward to benefiting from your guidance and wisdom. And sir, your profile is really you're recipient of several awards and you are having several positions. I am reading some of them. You remain you acted as an ex-dean faculty of interdisciplinary studies, Savitribai Phule, Pune University. You remained as an ex-director UGC HRDC SEPU Pune and ex-director School of Open Learning. And you are recipient of various awards and scholarship. Linus Pelham Teacher Exchange Scholarship in 2004 and 2010 by Government of Sweden, School of Education and Communication, Jönköping University, Sweden. The NCPED Mindtree Helen Keller National Award 2012, and you are also Award of Eminence IATE 2019. Sir, your presence here today is really a true honor for us and a testament to your esteemed stature in our community. So I would like to invite you, and we extend our warmest welcome to you and express our profound gratitude for gracing this occasion, sir, with your presence. Over to you, sir. Over to you,
Good
sir.
evening and thank you.
Yes. Sir.
Can you able to see me and listen me? Hello.
Yes, sir, you are audible,
Can you
sir.
able to listen me and see also?
Yes,
My
sir.
video is on. Can you
Hanji,
see?
sir.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
can see you, sir. We can see you.
Oh, thank you. Good evening to everyone. I'm very happy that this is a online conference organized, and just now review I listened. It was very interesting that lots of areas has been discussed in the arena of education and what we expect the reform and actually the advancement in the area of education. So for that purpose, initially, I appreciate the efforts taken by the Council for Teachers Professional Development for organizing such an interesting and joining and connecting the intellectual galaxies from the globe in this area. For that purpose, the officials and knowledge partners of the CTPD India, I appreciate their efforts. Another thing is that the very appropriate theme has been taken and selected for the discussions and for the conference. That is the educational reform and advancement. So to me, why we need a reform and actually what type of advancement we are expecting in the area of educational sciences or education, we can say. So interestingly, we can discuss about the initially what are the concerns of the globe in the area of education. So to me, whatever may be I had studied and visited the globe and interacted with the so many professors in the area of education, especially in the learning sciences, and going through the literature and research area, what is just now in the current research are conducted in the globe in the area of education. And that's I feel the first challenge is that whether the learner is engaged in learner or not. This is the first concern. Just now also how many are engaged in the connected in this conference, and really all are engaged in the discussions, whatever may be the going on, and in the classroom also, or online class, or a face-to-face class, or any other way when the learning is taken place at that day, at that time, whether the learner is really engaged in the learning or not, and at that time learning is happening there or not. The second important concern of the global education area is the confirmation of learning. Yes, we all teach. We all take the efforts as a teacher, because the body is a professional development of the teachers. And in this area, we can think that how to confirm the learning of a learner is another concern. And third thing is that what type of changes are occurring in the area of learning sciences, so that what type of human resources we are preparing. The Gopalji had rightly said that what are the challenges in the ethical way, what type, because the aim of education, we can say the objectives and aim of education, we say that we are preparing a human resources. Of what type of human resources? And for that purpose, which objectives are there, we have to consider. To me, the first objective of education is making the people capable to create knowledge. The first interesting thing is that to create knowledge. Second thing, that preserve this knowledge for the next generation or other scholars to available that knowledge, whatever may be created through the research or any other way, by the practices or trial and error, or by discoveries, innovations, or any other way. So to preserve it, available for in the form of dissertation, in the form of research article, in the form of monograph, or in the form of authoring the books. The literature we have to available, or the created knowledge will be available to the next generation. And this is the one thing which we have to consider for the advancement of the knowledge for the next generation. And that is also important here. The third interesting thing is that the dissemination of knowledge, to giving knowledge from one to many. That's it. Previously, before the COVID, we consider that only which are the learning spaces. The learning spaces, we consider the classroom, laboratories, play field, workshop, studios, like this. But now, due to after the COVID, it is interesting. Just now also, I am sitting in Nashik now and interacting in the global way. And the learning spaces is anywhere, anytime, any. So these changes are occurring, these reforms are occurring, and what is our response to it? As a teacher fraternity, what are the response to it? And for that purpose, which technology is available to provide education or learning to the learner as per his convenience, and that's why the learning spaces has been changed. This is the thing, and that's why the dissemination of knowledge, whatever may be the created knowledge, whatever may be the preserved knowledge, has to disseminate, reach to the needy or reach to the learner. And for that purpose, whatever may be the modality, it is maybe a digital, it is maybe a face-to-face, it is maybe traditional, or it is maybe any other way. We have to find out innovative ways to reach to them. And the last interesting thing is that what to do with this created knowledge, what to do with the preserved knowledge, what to do with the disseminated knowledge. The interesting thing is that we have to create a wealth through this knowledge, and that wealth to be utilized to establish a peace on this earth, to establish equality in this earth, to promote a democracy on the earth. And for that purpose, we need a wealth to raise the quality of life of a common people, to provide a good health to them, to provide their daily needs, and to provide them a facility again to create a new knowledge. That type of educational services we have to provide them. These things are only we have to consider for the reform in the education, and only by this way advancement of education will be occur, unless we will be remain as it is. My next discussion point is that just now I discussed with you, that is the what type of challenges we have to face regarding engaging learner in learning, and that type of reform we have to take. And for that purpose, we have to find a innovative way of pedagogies, which I think in so many sessions it has been discussed. And that is, I appreciate that the digital pedagogies has been discussed. The techno-pedagogies based on the AI has been discussed. And this is the beauty, I think, of this conference, that this type of emerging areas has been discussed. But some are the Can you listen me again?
Yes, sir, we can, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Sorry, it is unstable network, and on the digital class, we have to consider always this one. Yeah. So another thing is, which I was discussing with you, it was regarding the, just now we are connected with the net. Everyone now in the world global is connected with the net. Network is the need of the hours. Without network, it is like a food.
Sir, you are on mute, sir.
Okay. No, I am mute. So Jennifer, allowing me, Jennifer Robinson, it's just a sharing screen that creates the problem.
Yes, yes.
Now, can you listen me?
Yes, sir, we can.
Yeah,
We
can you
hear you.
continue?
Yes, sir.
Please
Yeah,
stop
yeah.
sharing.
My point is that what type of pedagogy we have to adopt in the connected way. And for that purpose, the new pedagogies are emerging, and that is the connectivist pedagogy. As we are connected, when we say that education is a tool for changing the society, but fact is different. That society is connecting, society is changing very fast, because the technology in hand with the society is a advanced technology, and education has to ride with the wave on which the society has ride. And we know that what is the wave now? That is the connectivity. Sorry, again, it is a problem. But can you listen me now? Hello?
Sir, we can hear you, sir.
Hello?
Sir, आवाज आ रही है. Yes, sir, we can hear you, sir.
Oh, sorry. So my point is that we have to develop a connectivist pedagogy, and we have to apply it in a daily learning process. Another one interesting pedagogy which is emerging, it is old, but we have to use it very cautiously in the new way, that is the challenge pedagogy. Why this is challenge pedagogy? Unless you give a challenge to a child or a learner. Is occurring, only then the learning will happen. And that's why we have to consider the challenge pedagogy, how we can create a challenge in front of the learner so that they can think over it. And the next one is how they will engage in the learning. And for that purpose, we have to consider the motivational pedagogy. We have to always give the motivation, because the teacher has to motivate the student for learning, making interest in that. And for that, what type of motivational pedagogies they are using, that's more important. Another one in a pedagogical sense is that because the learner are very what type of the learner is there according to the need of the learner. In a classroom or in a learning group, the varied ability students are sitting or engaged in a learning, and for that purpose, we have to think the pedagogies also, how the varied ability students' learning need will be satisfied. See, the another areas has been discussed here, and I appreciate that areas is that are the multidisciplinary approach in the learning sciences or in the area of education, because take any problem of the world, any issue. Taking the example of India, the men and women's percentage in the population, you can consider how to be equalize this and why this is happening. And according to that, the female purification is taking place. So psychological attitude of a family. Another thing is that the societal disturbance due to that. So psychology, unethical medical education, medical practice, societal disturbance, population education. So one problem involves is so many subjects together. So what is the advancement in the next future education is the multidisciplinary studies. And that's why education is a multidisciplinary studies, and we have to use the different theories, different knowledge, and its application to solve the problems of the society.
Sir, there seems to be some technical fault at your end, sir.
Yeah, I'm trying it best. I'm going to only share 2 points now.
Sir, apologies
to
my
2 points. Sorry.
No, sir. Apologies, in fact, from my
end. Disturbance. No problem. So the unstable net is there, and that's why it is happening. But I am going to finish it. My 2 points only, the last 2 points. That's the I was discussing about the education 4.0, and now it comes from the industry 4.0, and lots of the reform has been taken place. So what type of advancement in the education we will need it in the next generation, considering the needs of So what type of education for 5.0 we have to consider in a advancement of education or next generation? That is the innovative thinking, the analytical thinking, creative thinking, and for that purpose, what type of pedagogy we have to develop here. And in the teacher education, we have to consider regarding this or to prepare the teacher. And shifting from the teaching, shifting from the content-based education to the competency-based education is important, and that's why the what type of principle we all has to follow for the educational reform. And education system has to adjust with the needs of the learner. Up till now, the learner is adjusting with the system. So my last point to discuss is that the education system has to adjust with the needs of the learner. And what are the situation now? The learner has to adjust with the education system of the university, whatever the syllabus has been given, whatever maybe the examination system is there, whatever maybe the teacher is teaching to them, and like that, the learner has to adjust. But henceforth, what are the educational reform? That's the one principle is that the education system, it may be an education provider, it may be a university. The institution has always adjusted with the needs of the learner. Continuously interact with you. And thank you for giving me opportunity to interact with you at this very important conference on the educational reforms and advancement. Thank you. Thank you. Dhanyavad.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for joining us today, and your address continue to inspire us and drive our collective pursuit of knowledge, progress, and excellence, sir. So without further ado, now I would like to invite Ms. Smita Thakre, Associate Program Director, CTPD India, for announcing Best Presentation Award. Over to you, Ms. Smita Thakre. Ms. Smita is there.
Yes,
Dr.
yes,
Tanya.
she's in the meeting. Yes. Just 1 second. All right, ma'am. I think she's lost. There is some glitch on her end. By the time we connect with her, can we go to the next segment, please? Can we go
Okay,
to the
so
next?
now, okay. So I would like to request now Dr. Jennifer to continue the session further to invite the CTPD India Fellowship Award. Yes, Dr. Jennifer, kindly share the screen and continue the session. Dr. Jennifer,
Yeah, she's there. She's there. Dr. Jennifer, are you able to hear us?
is she co-host now?
Yes, yes, she's there.
She's there, but
All right, no problem.
Tanya ma'am, would you please share the PPTs?
I'll do that, please. I'll do that.
Okay.
All right, please hold on. Give me a second. Sorry.
Yes.
All right. So it's my privilege to hand over the segment now to we are in a digital world, dear friends, but then there are certain technological problems, technology-related problems. Sorry for the miscommunication and the mispronunciation. So may I kindly request Parvesh ji to please continue with this segment of the Junior Fellowship Awards and the CTPD Fellowship Awards that our organization is giving. Parvesh ji, please continue, and I will
Yes.
do the technical support to you, please.
Yes, thank you so much, Professor Tanya. Now here is the time to celebrate the hard work and dedications of our CTPD members, organizers, and everyone. कहते हैं कि जीत की खातिर बस जुनून चाहिए, जिसमें उबाल हो ऐसा खून चाहिए, ये आसमां भी आएगा जमी पर, बस इरादों में जीत की धुन चाहिए. So now I would like, there are three segments. One is Junior Fellowship Award, CTPD Fellowship Award, and Senior Fellowship Award. So I would like to request Professor Tanya to move for the slide for the Junior Fellowship Award. So first award that goes to CTPD Junior Fellowship Award, Dr. Khushbu Verma. She is Assistant Professor, Satyug Darshan Institute of Education and Research, Faridabad, and she has handled track 1.1 as a moderator and rapporteur in this first international conference, CTPDCON-ERA 2023. Congratulations. Next award goes to Ms. Chetna Thapa. She is Assistant Professor, DWT College, Dehradun, Uttarakhand, India, and she has handled track 1.2 as a moderator. Congratulations, Ms. Chetna Thapa. Next, Junior Fellowship Award goes to Dr. Balbir Kaur. She is Associate Professor in HOD, Shri Guru Ram Rai University, Dehradun, Uttarakhand, India. She has handled track 1.3. So, thank you and congratulations to you. Next award goes to Miss Anita Sahai. She is Assistant Professor, Satyug Darshan Institute of Education and Research, Faridabad, Haryana, and she has handled track 1.4. Congratulations, Miss Anita. Next award, Junior Fellowship Award goes to Miss Smita Thakre, and she is coordinator of Titans Public School, Amravati, Maharashtra, and she has beautifully handled track 2.1. Congratulations to you, Miss Smita Thakre. Next award goes to Dr. Pooja Chopra, and she is Assistant Professor, Department of Education, School of Humanities, Social Sciences and Education, GD Goenka University, Gurugram, and she has handled track 2.2 in this conference. Congratulations, Dr. Pooja. Next award goes to Junior Fellowship Award goes to Dr. Rekha Poshal. She is also Assistant Professor in Department of Education, School of Humanities, Social Sciences and Education, GD Goenka University, Gurugram. She has handled track 2.3. Congratulations, Dr. Rekha. Next award goes to Dr. Shweta Bhargava. She is Assistant Professor, Sanjeev TT College, Jaipur, Rajasthan, and she has handled track 2.4 in this conference. Congratulations, Dr. Shweta. Next award goes to Dr. Sakshi Varmani Rishi. She is Associate Professor, School of Education, Rishi Hood University, Sonipat, Haryana, and she has entered track 3.2. Kindly accept our congratulations, Dr. Sakshi. Next award goes to Dr. Akanksha Srivastava, and she is presently Associate Professor, School of Education, Sharda University, Greater Noida, and she is moderator. She was the moderator and rapporteur of track 3.3. Congratulations, Dr. Akanksha. Let's move further. Next award goes to Dr. Parvesh Lata, myself, Associate Professor, Department of Education, GD Goenka University, Gurugram, Haryana, and I have handled track 3.4. Next award goes to Miss Jennifer Robinson. She is Assistant Vice Principal, Indian School, Al-Wadi Al-Kabir, Sultanate of Oman, and she has handled track 4.1. Congratulations, Miss Jennifer. Next award goes to Dr. Rachna Sharma. She is Associate Professor, KIIT College of Education, Gurugram, Haryana, India, and she has handled track 4.2. Congratulations, Dr. Rachna Sharma. Next, Junior Fellowship Award goes to Dr. Binti Dua, Assistant Professor, School of Education, KR Mangalam University, Gurugram, Haryana, India, and she has handled track 4.3. Congratulations, Dr. Binti.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
And next award goes to Dr. Pooja Verma, and she is presently working as an assistant professor in School of Education, KR Mangalam University, Gurugram, Haryana, and she has handled track 4.4 as a moderator. Congratulations, Dr. Pooja.
Thank you, ma'am.
Now, in the same series, now we are going to announce the 6th fellowship award, which are CTPD Fellowship Award. Please move the slide. The first award goes to our very hard, dedicated Dr. Reena Unyal Tiwari. She is Associate Professor, Department of Teacher Education, DAV PG College, Dehradun, Uttarakhand, India. Congratulations, Dr. Reena. And next CTPD Fellowship Award goes to Dr. Jugnu Khattar Bhatia. She is Principal, Satyug Darshan Institute of Education and Research, Faridabad, Haryana, India. Congratulations, Dr. Jugnu. Next award goes to Dr. Shweta Rani. She is Assistant Professor, Department of Geography in Dayal Singh College, University of Delhi, India. Congratulations, Dr. Shweta, for this achievement. Now, our next award, CTPD Fellowship Award, goes to Professor Dr. Satyendra Gupta, sir. Congratulations to you, sir. Dean School of Education, Galgotia University, Greater Noida, Uttar Pradesh, India. And now, our CTPD Fellowship Award goes to Professor Dr. Tanya Gupta, Dean School of Education, KR Mangalam University, Gurugram, Haryana, India. Congratulations, Dr. Tanya. Now, next award goes to Dr. Amit Ahuja, and he is presently Associate Professor in University School of Education, GGSIP University, Delhi, India. Congratulations, Dr. Amit Ahuja. So now we are going to announce one Senior Fellowship Award in this conference. So this CTPD Senior Fellowship Award goes to Professor Gopal Krishna Thakur. He is Dean School of Education, Mahatma Gandhi, Antarashtriya Hindi Vishwavidyalaya, Wardha, Maharashtra, India. And he is distinguished guest speaker of valedictory session. आपके लिए एक बात जरूर कहना चाहूंगी, आपके कद का अंदाजा लगाना बहुत मुश्किल है. आपके कद का अंदाजा लगाना बहुत मुश्किल है क्योंकि आप आसमा हैं, हमेशा झुक के चलते हैं. Congratulations to you, Professor Gopal Krishna Thakur, sir. Kindly accept our congratulations and token of gratitude. So now I would like to invite Professor Dr. Tanya Gupta. She is Secretary General CTPD and Dean School of Education, KR Mangalam University, and Organizing Secretary CTPDCON-ERA 2023 for Lifetime Achievement Award. Over to you, Dr. Tanya.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Jennifer ji, can you kindly give me the presentation on, please? Can you share your slides? Meanwhile, Jennifer ji is doing so. So, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests and esteemed colleagues, we come to a segment of the most prestigious and heartwarming segment of our CTPDCON-ERA 2023 international conference, that is the Lifetime Achievement Awards ceremony. Lifetime Achievement Awards are just not mere accolades. These are tributes to the enduring spirit of human excellence, resilience, perseverance, and dedication. These awards work as a reminder that a person has made a significant difference in the world. Today, as we gather to celebrate and honor academicians, individuals, we did it through our CTPD fellowships. We want here at the CTPDCON-ERA 23 to honor as a mark of respect extraordinary individuals who have made an extraordinary impact in the field of education. Their contributions have not only enriched the education discipline and its allied disciplines, but their dedication continues and shall continue to inspire generations. We begin this awards segment, and thank you for having chosen me to do this. I would like to begin this with an immense sense of gratitude and admiration for the awardees. So let me introduce to you one by one the Lifetime Achievement Awardees. It is my honor to welcome and introduce the first awardee of the Lifetime Achievement Award, Professor Marmar Mukhopadhyay, sir. Let me please read and do the honors. Professor Marmar Mukhopadhyay, topper, first class, first gold medalist in MSc from Calcutta University and diploma in Rabindra Sahitya from Rabindra Bharati University, Kolkata, had his PhD from the Center of Advanced Study in Education, MS University of Baroda, and postdoctoral research from the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign. As a teacher, researcher, academic leader, and institution builder, he has 60 years of active engagement with school and higher education, including universities, regional and national institutions, and international organizations. As a former professor, joint director, and director in charge of NIPA, chairman of National Open School, and vice president Asia of the ICDE Oslo, member of the steering committee of IMAGE, Washington, DC. He is currently the chairman of the Educational Technology and Management Academy Council, Gurgaon. He also served the NCTE, TTTI Bhopal, MS University Vadodara, the British Council, and UNESCO New Delhi. He was involved in Indian education policy making and planning at the highest level in India. Mukhopadhyay ji was chairman of the Central Advisory Board of Education, Subcommittee 2005, for Indian policy on the universalization of secondary education, and author of India's ambitious educational satellite document on EduSat for the ISRO. He was an ex officio member of the Central Advisory Board of Education, JCVE-SSA Governing Council, chaired by the Prime Minister of India, and the working committees on education of the Planning Commission. His professional work took him to meet and interact with President APJ Abdul Kalam, Prime Ministers Shri PV Narasimha Rao, Shri Atal Bihari Vajpayee, Dr. Manmohan Singh, several union ministers, scholar statesmen, Dr. Karan Singh, and chief ministers and cabinet ministers of several states. He has had the opportunity to interact with the tallest educationists of the 20th century, including Dr. D.S. Kothari, Shri J.P. Nayak, Dr. Chitra Nayak, Dr. Murli Manohar Joshi, Professor Rupert Evans, Professor H.S. Bhola, Dr. M.B. Butch, and many others. Sir, you have represented India in many important international forums, including UNESCO, Paris, Geneva, Bangkok, Beijing, Manila, etc. He has traveled worldwide on professional assignments and addressed learned gatherings in many countries, including the ministers of education of the Middle Eastern countries and the Young Parliamentarians Forum India. Sir, you have made rich contributions to educational literature, primarily on educational technology and management, and few of your recent publications are on Total Quality Management 2020, published by SAGE, Educational Technology for Teachers 2022, published by Shipra Publications, and Academic Leadership 2023 by Routledge, London. A list of authored and edited books. He has there's a big long list, and he's contributed over 50 book chapters and 150 research papers, 17 research studies funded by Indian and international agencies. And currently he's directing a very prestigious project on the academic framework for global peace and harmony that is involving 52 scholars studying trends of educational reforms in 50 countries. Sir, you have had a robust more than 30 years of long consulting portfolio with the UNESCO, UNICEF, World Bank, British Council, USAID, Commonwealth of Learning, KPMG, ISRO, Microsoft, IBM, Intel, Xerox, Gujarat Informatics, NIT, and many, many more. Several thousand principals and teachers of schools and colleges and universities from India and over 70 countries attended the capacity building programs that has been mentored by you and facilitated by you over the last 5 decades. You've successfully experimented the self-regulated learning and researcher practitioner model that is at the Harvard University of Academic Leadership Development. Sir, a dedicated non-resident villager, as he writes, NRV, successfully experimented with quality improvement in rural primary schools in West Bengal that the government of India flagged at the HLG meeting in Brazil, the Education for All EFA 2005. One of his pioneering initiatives is supporting brilliant students at risk with scholarships under the Personal Social Responsibility PSR program from the ETMA. Sir, I am truly blessed to read your achievements. It has been a great day in my professional journey to have had the privilege to read the profile of such a distinguished academician. Sir, with our gratitude from CTPD India, please accept the Lifetime Achievement Award. Madam, can we present the slide to Sir? So I will be inviting the speakers one by one. If I can just read the next speaker's award as well. The next award goes to Professor Dr. Shakuntala Nagpalji. Professor Dr. Shakuntala Nagpalji is the former head at the Department of Teacher Education and Extension, NCERT, New Delhi. A teacher educator, a distinguished and passionate and energetic teacher and teacher educator with more than 4 decades of experience in administration, with major thrust areas in educational psychology, guidance and counseling, measurement evaluation, construction of educational and tools and psychological tests, total quality management in education, enhancing the school and professional experience services, and she is continuing to serve the field of teacher education and school education in various capacities. She's published more than 55 plus papers and several books and conferences. She has been eminent speaker, and she's completed more than 40 research projects at the NCERT. If we go by her qualifications, it is a variegated profile from being from the psychology domain, from education, for vocational guidance and distance education. Madam, she has spearheaded and led the NCERT with her versatile work in the Department of Teacher Education. And she has also been in the baseline assessment studies of the DPEP project in 93-94 and developed instructional modules for distance education, IGNOU, NIOS, Punjab University, Chandigarh, and has a rich experience of evaluating more than 80 postgraduate and 40 doctorate dissertations and theses of more than 15 countries. And after her superannuation in 2011, she is continuing to groom the young teacher educators like all of us. Madam, I am so thankful, and please, I know your award list is very long, as being even a dynamic lady for women empowerment and so many awards. Please accept humbly from CTPD the Lifetime Achievement Award. Can we have the award slide presented to Professor Dr. Shakuntala Nagpalji? The third distinguished academician who is leading us as an organization and as an eminent person, our guru who is always there with us, is Dr. K.M. Bhandarkar ji. Sir, I feel once again fortunate to read your profile. Dr. K.M. Bhandarkar ji has been the ex-principal at Punjab Bhai Patel College of Education, Maharashtra. He has been the ex-director at Nagpur region of Yashwantrao Chavan, Maharashtra Open University, Nasik, ex-dean at the Faculty of Education, RTM Nagpur University, and ex-member of Board of Studies, the Senate, the Academic Council at the RTM Nagpur. He has successfully supervised over 200 MEd and MPhil dissertations, and 25 PhD awardees are under his credit, and he is a research supervisor to many universities across the country, and he's evaluated it for more than 26 universities in India. As for his literary contribution, he's authored 15 books in Marathi, Hindi, and English on vital subjects like population education, environment education, psychology, and many more, and has also been developing textbooks for the adolescent learners, the senior secondary learners of class 9 to 12 on personality development and environment. He's been keynote speakers in lots of national, regional, and international conferences. For his social contribution, he's a motivational speaker, and he works on the ground level, and he's been a national trainer for value education program of the Dharma Bharati mission. Awards that sir has, there are many awards that he has, like the Bharat Gaurav Award of India, International Friendship Society, the MB Buj Gratefulness Award for the Maharashtra Education Teachers Association, honor to him in 2016. Then Excellence in Teacher Education Award of the CTF Kerala chapter, conferred in 2019. Presently, sir is working and leading as National President at the Council for Teacher Education Foundation. And he is also the Vice President of the Maharashtra chapter of the Indian Association of Life Skills Education. And he is also working as a reviewer for the Marathi Vishwakosh Encyclopedia, a project of the government of Maharashtra. Sir, we are very much honored at CTPD to confer you the Lifetime Achievement Award. May we please have the slide? Thank you, sir. Our fourth distinguished academician is Professor, ma'am, can we have the slide, please? Is Dr. Satinder Dhillon, ma'am, the Vice President, North Zone for Council for Teacher Education Foundation. Madam is leading us and she has a rich academic profile. She could not join us today due to an unfortunate circumstance of meeting a personal accident, and she's not in a very good health condition. But at the CTPD India, we honor you, ma'am, from this platform. Please accept our token of gratitude, a mark of respect for your services to the field of education in the form of the Lifetime Achievement Award. Can we please have her slide? Thank you so much, and we wish Dr. Satinder Dhillon, ma'am, speedy recovery, and may the Almighty bless you. This has been my duty to read the profiles, but we would like to invite our Lifetime Achievement awardees, who are also our distinguished speakers for the day, to please give the young generation, the people across the globe who've joined in this conference, to please give your address and take the conference forward by your guidance. My first invite Professor Dr. Marmar Mukhopadhyay. Welcome, sir.
If I have my freedom, I'll ask you to invite my friend from NCRT.
All right, sir. We will
Give
go
the
by
women
your...
the first place. We can always be the last one.
All right, sir. Thank you so much. May I please invite respected Professor Dr. Shakuntala Nagpal, ma'am.
Shakuntala should speak first.
Thank you, sir. Madam, we'll request you to
then will be
please give your
Bhandarkar.
remarks. Please give your remarks.
Yeah, Shakuntala, please speak. But where is she?
Madam is there.
नमस्कार,
She is there.
गुड
She is
इवनिंग।
there. Yeah.
तानिया जी, बहुत बहुत मुबारक।
थैंक यू मैम।
आपने मुझे मौका दिया बोलने का और ये अवार्ड देने का। सबसे पहले तो मैं आपको ये कहूंगी कि आपने जो काम शुरू किया है बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण काम है, और टीचर एजुकेटर के नाते टीचर्स को एम्पावर करना, और आपने एनजीओ के नाते जो आपने काउंसिल प्रोफेशनल डेवलपमेंट की टीचर की स्टार्ट की है, उसको आगे आगे लेकर जाइए। ये मेरी आपको लिए शुभकामनाएं हैं। हम टीचर जो हैं वो कैरेक्टर बनाते हैं, पर्सनालिटी डेवलपमेंट करते हैं। हमारा एम ऑब्जेक्ट्स बनाना नहीं है। हम उन लोगों को बना रहे हैं जो फ्लेक्सिबल हैं, जो हमेशा डायनेमिक हैं, जिनको पकड़ना डिफिकल्ट है, लेकिन हमारे सामने बहुत तरह की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज हैं और हम चारों ओर से घिरे हुए हैं। हमारे ऊपर जो प्रेशर पड़ता है, अकाउंटेबिलिटी बनती है, वो पॉलिसी मेकर्स की भी है, एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन की भी है, पेरेंट्स की भी है, सोसाइटी की भी है, बच्चों की भी है। सो दिस इज द मोस्ट डिफिकल्ट टास्क। दूसरा पॉइंट मैं आपसे ये कहना चाहूंगी इस टाइम पे कि आपने ये मैन मेकिंग या कैरेक्टर डेवलपमेंट का जो प्रोसेस है वो नीचे से स्टार्ट करना है, टॉप से नहीं। टॉप से हमारे सामने पॉलिसीज आ रही हैं, करिकुलम फ्रेमवर्क आ रहे हैं, और इवन सिलेबस आ रहा है, टेक्स्ट बुक आ रहा है, और हमारे सामने ये भी आ रहा है कि हमने स्कूल में क्या करना है, मैनेजमेंट में क्या करना है, एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन से क्या करना है, और हम बंधे हुए हैं। उसे बंधे हुए के नाते भी हमने ट्रांजैक्शन के नाते अपना रोल बच्चों तक पहुंचाना है, और वो बच्चे जो कि कल को भावी जो है नेता भी बनेंगे, इंजीनियर भी बनेंगे, डॉक्टर भी बनेंगे, देश सेवक भी बनेंगे, और पता नहीं क्या क्या उन्होंने करना है। तो उन सबके संस्कारों का विकास जो है वो हमने करना है। तो मेरा जो छोटी सी बात कहने की ये है कि जब हमने क्यूरिकुलम हमारे सामने दे रहे हैं, आज यदि हम आज कहेंगे क्यूरिकुलम फ्रेमवर्क आज आया, नहीं, क्यूरिकुलम फ्रेमवर्क तो आते ही जा रहे हैं हमारे साथ, और आते ही रहेंगे, और इवॉल्व होते ही रहेंगे, समय के अनुसार बदलते भी रहेंगे, और चेंजेस भी उसमें आएगा। हम ये भी जानते हैं कि टेक्नोलॉजी हमारे सामने 25-30 साल पहले ही आई, हम फेस टू फेस भी पढ़ाते रहे, फिर हम 90 के करीब हमारे पास कंप्यूटर आया, हमने वो भी सीखा, उसके थ्रू भी आगे बढ़े। अभी 2-3 साल पहले कोरोना का पीरियड आया, तब हमने ऑनलाइन स्टडी भी सीखी। तो हम क्या हैं, हम लाइफ लॉन्ग लर्नर्स भी हैं, पेरेंट्स भी हैं, गाइड भी हैं, फिलोसोफर भी है, फ्रेंड भी है बच्चों के, पेरेंट्स के भी। तो टू कट वेरी वेरी ब्रीफ कि you teachers which you are developing by your expertise as teacher educator, that responsibility is very very tough, और आपने वो जो काम करना है that you have to do through your pedagogy, school experience program। मुझे ये लगता है कि जितना भी हम काम सारा कर रहे हैं, जब तक हम प्रैक्टिस टीचिंग के द्वारा हमारे करिकुलम को ट्रांजैक्शन नहीं देंगे, उनको पर्सनलाइज नहीं करेंगे, उनको इस तरह से नहीं बनाएंगे कि बच्चों तक पहुंचे, तब तक हमारा काम अधूरा है, वो पेपर वर्क ही रह जाएगा। तो एक टीचर जिनको आपने इंपावर करना है, उसको इंपावर करने की जो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी आपने ली हुई है, वो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी के अंदर आपके सारे ऑब्जेक्टिव्स क्लियर आने चाहिए। वो ऑब्जेक्टिव जो हैं, वो ऑब्जेक्टिव ट्रांसलेट होने चाहिए बच्चों की भाषा में। बच्चों की भाषाएं भी हमारे सामने बहुत हैं, हमारे स्कूल भी बहुत तरह के हैं, और हमने सब तरह के स्कूल के बच्चों के लिए अपने अध्यापकों को तैयार करना है। जो हमारे अध्यापक निकल कर आएंगे, वो प्राइवेट स्कूल इंस्टीट्यूशन से भी आ रहे हैं, गवर्नमेंट से भी आ रहे हैं, और सर्विस लेने के लिए पता नहीं उनको कहाँ कहाँ भटकना भी पड़ता है, और फिर वहां जाकर रूरल स्कूल में उनको उनकी भाषा बच्चों को सीखनी है। आप सब जानते हैं कि आम मदर टंग जो है उसकी इम्पोर्टेंस हमको बढ़ानी है। अब मदर टंग केवल हिंदी नहीं है, ये हमारी राष्ट्रीय भाषा है। मदर टंग में जब तक बच्चे समझेंगे नहीं और उसको हिंदी की राष्ट्रभाषा में लाएंगे नहीं, तो हमको विदेशी भाषा उनके ऊपर इम्पोज करना कंटेंट के लिए डिफिकल्ट हो जाता है, उनकी कॉन्सेप्ट्स क्लियर नहीं हो पाते। तो मैं ये समझती हूँ जैसे कि ऑलरेडी हमारी पॉलिसी में लिखा गया है, अभी हम फिर इसको रिट्रीट कर रहे हैं कि जहां तक हो सके हमें मान होना चाहिए हम अपने बच्चों को अपनी भाषा में पढ़ाने का। ये जो कॉन्सेप्ट चलता जा रहा है कि हम इंग्लिश मीडियम में पढ़ाएं, इंग्लिश इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, नो डाउट, लेकिन जब तक इंग्लिश बच्चों की को समझ नहीं आती, तब तक उसका उन लोगों को फायदा नहीं पहुंचता। वो एक एक लाइन के लिए डिक्शनरी को कंसल्ट कर रहे हैं। मैं ये इसको और आगे नहीं बढ़ाऊंगी, केवल इतना मैसेज आपको देना चाहूंगी एज टीचर एजुकेटर। ये जो कॉन्फ्रेंस है वो टीचर एजुकेटर्स की है, जिन्होंने कैरेक्टर्स बनाने हैं, मशीनें नहीं बनानी। एक ये हमको ध्यान से देखना चाहिए, इंजीनियर क्या बनाता है, मशीनें बनाता है, हम मशीन नहीं बना रहे। और जो करैक्टर हम बना रहे हैं वो करैक्टर कहाँ कहाँ जाते हैं देश विदेश में, उसकी जिम्मेवारी हमारे सामने है। और वो दूसरा, उस करैक्टर्स को देखने वाले कितने हैं, अकाउंटेबिलिटी कितनी है, हमारे ऊपर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी पेरेंट्स की बार बार आ रही है कि संस्कारों का विकास नहीं हो रहा, उसका विकास नहीं हो रहा। ना तो मैंने धर्म के पीछे जाना है, ना मैंने मोरालिटी के पीछे जाना है। मैं केवल इतना ही कहना चाहूंगी कि हमने जो बेसिक वैल्यूज है, सत्य की खोज करना, अपने डेमोक्रेसी के जो नियम है सेकुलरिज्म के, उसको विकास की ओर लाना, और बच्चों के जो 4 H हैं, हेड, दिमाग, इंटेलेक्ट, जो इंटेलेक्ट है अभी तक मैंने ये देखा है कि केवल हमारी जो बुक्स है वो इंटेलेक्ट को शार्प करने में लगी हुई है, वहां ही हमारा कट थ्रोट कंपटीशन आ रहा है, और हम कट थ्रोट कंपटीशन से ही बच्चों के अंदर कई तरह की और नेगेटिव इमोशन ला रहे हैं। तो ये जो बात है कंपटीशन वाली की, इट शुड बी नॉट कट थ्रोट कंपटीशन, इट शुड बी that much where they can comprehend the environment. If we see carefully, what is education? Education is a balancing within the individual with the environment. So all textbooks in one way or another dealing with the environment only, various aspects. So यहाँ फिर मैं इस बात को यहाँ ही कंप्लीट करते हुए ये बताना चाहूंगी कि हमारा जो एग्जाम होता है इसमें वो दिमाग का है, 3 घंटे की हमारी मेमोरी है, तो उसको एक साइड में छोड़ दें। उसके साथ साथ हम जो दूसरा एस्पेक्ट है हार्ट, भाव, बच्चों के भावों की ओर जाएं, संस्कारों की ओर जाएं, उनकी जो प्यार है उनके साथ जुड़े। और अभी हमारे सामने ये भी आ रहा है कि बहुत से बच्चे जो हैं वो परेशान हैं, पढ़ाई से परेशान है, किताबों से परेशान है, इवन सुसाइडल कैपेसिटीज हो रही हैं, पेरेंट्स परेशान हैं क्योंकि पेरेंट्स जो हैं वो भी बहुत से कामों में उलझे हुए हैं। वो समय जो पहले दादा दादी देते थे वो समय उनके पास कम है। तो इसलिए ये जो एस्पेक्ट है संस्कारों वाला वो भी हमारा नेग्लेक्ट हुआ है, और वो ड्यूटी भी अब हमारे पास आ गई है इंटेलेक्ट के साथ साथ। और तीसरा एस्पेक्ट हमारा क्या आ रहा है जो बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट है, वो हमारा हाथ है, हाथ से काम करना, स्किल डेवलपमेंट, जिसके ऊपर हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी बहुत एम्फसाइज कर रहे हैं। और स्किल डेवलपमेंट से ही हम जो है अपने पांव पे खड़े हो पाएंगे। बहुत से बच्चों को हम ये देख रहे हैं कि मैं ये काम नहीं करूंगा, ये तो उसका काम है, ये काम उसका है, ये उसका है। तो ये भेदभाव जो है काम के अंदर ये भी हमें बहुत दिखाई दे रहा है। तो सब तरह के काम के लिए प्यार होना, सीखना, ये अनदर एस्पेक्ट है जो स्किल डेवलपमेंट की आ रही है। और सबसे लास्ट पॉइंट मैं ये कहना चाहूंगी वो है पीस। पीस कब आएगी? पीस तब आएगी जब हम अंदरूनी रूप से शांत हैं। वो अंदरूनी रूप से शांत हम तब रहेंगे जब हम अपनी योग्यता के अनुसार, अपनी कैपेसिटी के अकॉर्डिंगली, अपनी कैपेबिलिटीज के अकॉर्डिंगली, जो भगवान ने हमको संस्कार दिए हैं, जो प्रारब्ध दिया है, जो हमारी हेरिडिटी है, उसके अनुसार हम बच्चों को आगे बढ़ाएं। और इंक्लूसिव एजुकेशन का जो कॉन्सेप्ट है वो इसी से जुड़ा हुआ है। उसको भी मैं डिटेल में नहीं जाऊंगी क्योंकि एक अलग टॉपिक बन चुका है। तो लेकिन कहने का मेरा भाव जो है, यदि बच्चे अपनी मर्जी से, अपने शौक से, अपनी हॉबी से, अपने एप्टीट्यूड से, अपने लेवल से काम आगे करेंगे विदाउट कंपेयरिंग विद अदर्स, तो उनको पीस मिलेगी, शांति मिलेगी, और घर में भी वो सुखी रहेंगे। जब घर में सुखी रहते हैं तो घर के अंदर सहयोग भी बनेगा। और लास्ट पॉइंट मैं इसमें ये जानना चाहूंगी वो है आज ग्लोबल है वर्ल्ड, प्राइवेट पब्लिक सब जा रहा है। ग्लोबल में क्या आ रहा है? इंटरनेट, हाईवेज। इसलिए 4th H जो जुड़ा हुआ है वो हमारा हाईवे से है, दैट इज कनेक्टिंग, कोलैबोरेटिंग, कोऑपरेशन विद द वर्ल्ड अराउंड। और यही अभी हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी कह रहे हैं, जो हमारा पूरा संसार है वो एक परिवार की तरह रहे। तो मेरे प्यारे साथियों, फेलो टीचर्स, एज ए टीचर एजुकेटर आपने मुझे ये मान इज्जत दी। मेरा संदेशा 50 सालों का, आप हैरान हो जाएंगे कि मैं ऑलमोस्ट 50 इयर्स अगो एनसीईआरटी में एंटर किया था। 50 इयर्स के अंदर मैंने ये देखा है कि हमारा जो 50 सालों का जो मैंने सीखा है कि किताबें बहुत हैं, कहानियां बहुत हैं, सब कुछ है, लेकिन बच्चों के साथ प्यार मोहब्बत से आगे बढ़ाने की कला, आपस में सामंजस्य रखना, खेलों के अंदर जाना, म्यूजिक की ओर जाना, जो बाकी हॉबी उनको साथ मिलाना, जब तक हम टीचर्स में क्लासरूम के अंदर इन सबको साथ नहीं जोड़ेंगे तो हमें शायद डिफिकल्टीज आती रहेंगी। मैं एक छोटा सा नरेशन अपने लाइफ का बताना चाहूंगी। 2 दिन पहले एक 10th क्लास की बच्ची आर्य समाज में मेरे पास आई, उसने मुझे 3-4 कविताएं लिख के दी। वो कविताएं जब मैं पढ़ी, वो कविता में इतना जोश था कि मैं उसको पब्लिश करने के लिए तैयार हो गई। एंड वो लड़की कौन सी थी? एक सफाई कर्मचारी की। हिंदी में उसने लिखा, उसी को मैंने कहा मोबाइल में आप हिंदी जो है टाइप करना सिखाया, और उसी टाइम मैं वो कंप्यूटर में, एंड आई टेल यू द थ्रिल आई हैव सीन इन हर फेस, आई कैन नॉट टेल यू. सो मैसेज क्या मैं एंड में दे रही हूँ मेरे फ्रेंड्स, कि वी हैव टू मेक कैरेक्टर्स, we have to develop characters, and character development as a teacher educator by empowering teacher in the classroom through pedagogy is only possible, and whatever curriculum framework may be, whatever syllabus may be, जब तक हम उसको environment के साथ, जीवन के साथ नहीं रिलेट करेंगे तो शायद हम लोग परेशान होते रहेंगे. इस परेशानी को दूर करने का जो चैलेंज है वो तानिया गुप्ता जी मैं आपको दे रही हूँ. इसको दूर करिए और आगे आगे बढ़िए. बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद मौका देने का.
मैडम थैंक यू. आज आपसे जितनी बार भी इंटरेक्शन होती है तो बिल्कुल जो ग्राउंड लेवल जो एक टीचर की जो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज हैं, जो हमारी ड्यूटीज हैं, कहीं ना कहीं बहुत सारे काम हम सब कर रहे हैं, बट जो हमारी जो बेसिक काम है. कल प्रोफेसर जब पद्मश्री JS राजपूत जी भी इनॉग्रल एड्रेस दे रहे थे तो उन्होंने भी एक बहुत ही बेसिक चीज बोली थी कि सारे टीचर्स अगर अपनी कक्षा में समय से जाएं और बच्चों को मन लगा के पढ़ाएं और बिल्कुल वैसे पढ़ाएं जैसे वो अपने बच्चों को पढ़ाते हैं. तो आपने बिल्कुल वही बात करी है. शायद दैट दिस इज व्हाट वी आर गेनिंग फ्रॉम द जनरेशन, योर जनरेशन. So thank you so much, ma'am, and we will as teachers, we promise we will adhere to your guidelines. Thank you so much, ma'am. बहुत बहुत आभार. May I now please invite sir, can I invite Dr. Bhandarkar ji? Dr. Bhandarkar ji, sir, if you can please.
Yes, madam. With permission of my guru, I will start. I am really grateful to the organizers of this conference and all office bearers of CTPD India. पर तानिया मैडम एक ही बात मेरी समझ में नहीं आई, इतने महानुभावों को आपने अवार्ड दिए, लाइफ टाइम अचीवमेंट अवार्ड, तो उनके सामने मैं कुछ भी नहीं. But yes, I am having some achievements also. My first achievement, I was student of Dr. G. Chaurasia, Dr. JS Rajput sir, Dr. Marpan Mukhopadhyay sir, Dr. Sudesh Mukhopadhyay madam. So I think this is my biggest achievement. And I still remember the conference which was organized by Dr. M. Mukhopadhyay sir. It was actually a lifetime event because it was inaugurated by Prime Minister of India at Vigyan Bhavan. The conference.
You were there in that conference.
Yes.
Okay.
And I still remember the lecture of Dr. Karan Singh, a very learned person, in Lee Meridian Hotel. So that was really a wonderful experience. And both Dr. Mukhopadhyay sir, Dr. Mukhopadhyay madam, I think these are my mentors actually. I was in their contact for 6 long years. So this is my achievement. Well, I was serving as principal in College of Education, Katol district, Nagpur. And there I had organized a very, very big conference. It was a national conference under the banner of CTE, Council for Teacher Education. And we have taken actually very important resolutions in that conference. Resolution number 1, granting autonomous status to NCTE. And that matter was actually pursued by Professor Dubey, who was Secretary of Teacher Welfare Foundation, Government of India, New Delhi. Then second issue was actually celebration of World Teachers' Day on 5th of October. And that matter was pursued by Arjun Singh sir. He was Minister of HRD at that time in 1992. Then the third resolution was actually establishment of Indian Education Service, IES. But somehow that dream remains unfulfilled even today. The government of India has now approved the establishment of IMS, that's the Indian Medical Service. And a very learned doctor from Nagpur, Dr. Ved Prakash Misra, actually submitted report for the establishment of that IMS, Indian Medical Service. We are still trying to establish Indian Education Service through our CTE, that is Council for Teacher Education Foundation. I don't know whether we will achieve that goal or not. Well, I am not that much big gun to give some message, but I would definitely mention something that we are living in 3A society. That means we can contact any person at any point of time and at any corner of the world. So our society is a 3A society, and the gist of lecture of Dr. Rajput, he said that the secret of Japan's success is trust on teachers. The nation, the Japan country, trusted their teachers, and that is actually key factor for the success of Japan. I remember the quote from Chanakya, शिक्षक कभी साधारण नहीं होता, शिक्षक कभी साधारण नहीं होता, निर्माण और प्रलय दोनों उसकी गोद में पलते हैं. A teacher is never an ordinary person. Creation and destruction both are nourished in his or her lap. मुझे कालिदास भी याद आते हैं, 6th century. उन्होंने ये कहा कि a person who is not having communication skill should not become a teacher. And that is still relevant. Yes. So we can just think of the level of our persons regarding the field of education and the literature. We know there is no need to repeat those things, but we were having a big treasure of traditional knowledge, tacit knowledge, and the biggest challenge in implementation of NEP 2020 is perhaps the integration of our traditional knowledge, our tacit knowledge, and the recent knowledge. The main concern is that though the internet and so many digital platforms have opened the sea of information for all, but still this information is not being converted into knowledge. Our main concern should be the student should not be information monger. The information should be converted into knowledge because our brain is a powerful processor. But again, knowledge should be converted into wisdom. Unless and until wisdom is there, everything will go in vain. There will be no use. Because wisdom is the key. If a student doesn't become wise after getting so many big degrees, then what is the use of those degrees? Madam Nagpal was speaking about skills. Well, I am life member of IALAC. Then I am also working on Maharashtra Association of Life Skills Education. And I have myself established a foundation on life skills education. I think life skills are the most important part of education. Unless and until these are included in education, knowledge, skills, everything will be of no use. Life skills must be there. सारी चीजें हैं मेरे पास, सारी सुविधाएं हैं, पर जीने की कला नहीं है. So what is the use of that? So my only concern is actually I am working on life skills and I will try to give something to this field. I will try to contribute. I know I have so many limitations, but doesn't matter. Blessings of my gurus are with me, and I am very much grateful for conferring this award on me, Lifetime Achievement Award. Thank you, Tane Madam. Thank you, Sanjay Kumar sir. Thank you, Satendra Gupta sir. Well, fourth receiver is my elder sister, Satinder Dillo Madam. She is also working as Vice President North for CTEF India. And I will contact her. I am really worried about the information which Tanya Madam had given. मुझे एक ही बात कहना है कि दुनिया को संभालना बहुत मुश्किल है. सब जानते हैं कि युद्ध कितने खराब है, फिर भी रुकते नहीं. मुझे याद आती है आइंस्टाइन की. उन्होंने कहा था कि जमाने में, ब्रह्मांड में, विश्व में दो ही चीजें असीमित है. पहली है ब्रह्मांड और दूसरी है मनुष्य की मूर्खता. सो दिस इज एक्चुअली दिस इज टू बी टेकन केयर ऑफ. ये इस प्रकार की चीजें नहीं होनी चाहिए, बिल्कुल नहीं होनी चाहिए. और मैं केवल इतना कहूंगा सबको धन्यवाद देते हुए कि दोस्तों के अदाओं पे फिदा है दुनिया, इस बहकती हुई दुनिया को संभालो यारो. दोस्तों की अदाओं पे फिदा है दुनिया, इस बहकती हुई दुनिया को संभालो यारो. और कौन कहता है कि आसमां में सुराख नहीं होता, एक पत्थर तो तबीयत से उछालो यार. थैंक यू वेरी मच.
थैंक यू सर, बहुत बहुत आभार. और आप अपनी ब्लेसिंग्स हमेशा हमारे पे रखिए. आप
Well said, Bhandarkar.
मैडम, I am with you, मैडम.
सर आप
सर
अपने
I'm
गुरु
the
को
oldest, so I
नमन.
should be the last.
हाँ, एब्सोल्युटली सर. आपने प्रोफेसर जेएस राजपूत सर और प्रोफेसर मुखोपाध्याय सर और बहुत सारे अपने गुरुओं का है नमन किया. पर आपने एक चीज बोली कि
I'm the
सबके
oldest, so
सामने मैं
let
बहुत
Dr.
छोटा
Dhillon
हूँ.
come before me because she is younger to me.
हाँ जी, but sir, Dr. Dhillon is not here because I had mentioned that she is
not in
unwell.
position to join.
She's not in the meeting, sir. So thank you, Professor Bhandarkar, sir, and keep
All right.
blessing us.
Thank you,
and
madam.
keep
I am very
guiding
much
us.
obliged.
Thank you. May
I was actually waiting for
now
some more
please,
people to leave so that the audience is lesser.
Nobody will leave before listening to you,
117
sir.
now.
as a mark of respect, may I please call upon you to enlighten us and guide us, sir, please.
Thank you. Thank you. From my photograph, you must have noticed that Tanya had invited some other Professor Mukhopadhyay, not this bearded old man.
Can you please change
the
the
other
slide?
picture, then you will know that Tanya has invited somebody else and somebody else has come in her place, in his place.
No, sir, you are still charming person. Yeah.
So they don't match each other at all. Well, anyway, thank you for whichever Mukhopadhyay you invited and whichever Mukhopadhyay has come. I think I'll divide my brief presentation into 3 parts. What is the achievement? My first achievement is, despite Indian astrology predicted that I'll die at 32, I have still not died. And with that expectation, I did not take pension. So neither I got pension nor I died. That's my first achievement, that I'm still alive and actively alive. Second, my grandfather was a village priest. Used to do puja from door to door, shop to shop. My father was a scholarly school headmaster, and I am whatever I am. Third, I started not as a professor. I started as an industrial laborer. I earned 1 rupee 50 paisa per day. I was an electroplater in a factory in Kolkata. And that has taken me through school, college, university, regional institute, national institute, and international organizations. And that. It has been a very long journey. And that journey has been for 60 years. And if I give you my message, not my message, Dr. Butch, my teacher, he had a audacious voice, but he was very fond of music. So he used to sing, "Jo soat hai, wo khowat hai, jo jagat hai, wo pawat hai." And that song was enough to wake up everybody because it was absolutely basura. He told me 2 things. One thing is, those who cannot think of education 24 hours a day has no business to be in education. Second, when we were doing our research, somebody was not able to meet the deadline. He said, "What is the problem?" He said, "Sir, didn't get the time." He said, "Did you sleep?" He said, "Yes." He said, "Is sleep necessary?" I practiced this all throughout my life. 1974 was the last time I took a vacation for 4 days. Vacation was 2 months, but I did not know what to do with the vacation. Ever since then, I've never taken a vacation. And till today, I follow my teacher's advice. I work 10 hours a day in a routine fashion. Coming to what we are talking about, teacher education, I think fundamental problem is, I know you are all teacher educators and may get upset. Teacher education is the most hypocrite system. They know everything, but they don't practice. They talk to students how to teach, how to not lecture, but they lecture. I was sitting on a university's selection committee. Somebody came and, to impress me, had my book in his hand. He says, "Sir, I teach education technology line by line." I said, "You have not impressed me. You have disqualified yourself. Education technology is not to be taught line by line. Teacher educators know every bit of science of evaluation. They don't practice it. Teacher educators know that students or human beings are self-learning organizing systems. Instead of allowing self-learning, they teach them. So first important difference has to be in terms of teacher education is to practice what they already know. They don't have been taught. Right now, Association of Indian Universities has constituted an expert committee of vice chancellors on developing a blended learning policy in higher education, and I have drafted that document. It's now ready. Question today is the teacher educator should know blended learning. May not be physics department or mechanical engineering department. But why do they teach blended learning and not practice blended learning? So my first message to my young teacher educators, please practice what you know. Secondly, I did 2 or 3 experiments which I share with you. Some of you might take it up as a research at some point of time. I conducted staff development program for 400 teachers in 4 schools, one in Bangladesh, Bangalore, Pune, and Gurgaon. I asked the question, can you please write a short note on self-regulated learning? Only this much of word was told to them. And I said it should be in group and it should be desktop research. They prepared beautiful papers, school teachers, and I convened a conference where they made the presentation. And I told I'm not going to chair or I'm not going to talk about it. They made a presentation and it was a brilliant presentation. I published those papers. Then I said that when you know how to write, when you know how to learn, why do you ask me to do it? Those schools then prepared papers on growth mindset, on differentiated instruction, action research, and learning from them. When Bangladesh asked me to come to Bangladesh and conduct a workshop, I told, yes, I'll do. But can you check with your teachers what do they want to learn? They gave me 7 topics. I said, I'm very comfortable with all 7 topics, but can you form small groups and ask them to prepare a short lecture note for me? They said, yes, sir, then give us 15 days. I said, okay. They gave me 15 days. After 15 days, I said, can you please ask them to make a presentation there to their peer group and then see? They made presentations. After 10 days, I asked them, do you want me to come to Bangladesh? He said, no, sir. My purpose was to say, in Ramayana, you may know it, when Hanuman was asked to jump and cross the sea, he said, no, I cannot do it. But Jambuvan told him, because Jambuvan knew the caste that his guru had given. So Jambuvan told him, you are a caste person, but for a good work, you can do it. My basic complaint with Tania and Bhandarkar and all teacher educators, हम लोग सब जम्बूबन है, जम्बूबन के काम क्यों नहीं करते हैं? Why can't we allow students to learn? My second experiment is from Harvard experiment called Researcher Practitioner Collaborative Model. I'm doing a workshop for 3 schools and there are about 100 participants. I don't know whether you have seen this book. This has been published by Routledge, London. Is it visible?
Yes, sir. Visible, sir. Visible, sir.
Yeah, academic leadership. What I did was I shared the chapters from the book to the participants, selected participants. I said, you make the presentation, I'll be there because I'm the program director and all that. They prepared the lesson plan, they prepared the plan, they prepared PowerPoint slides, and they made the presentation. I was sitting there. And I also invited 2 within quotes expert like us. Now, when the principal or a teacher was presenting, she was converting my research through a practitioner's eye or lens. So it was becoming more relevant than, for example, in Gujarat, when my first book, Total Quality Management in Education, came, they said, sir, can we reduce it? I said, how will we reduce? He said, we are not interested in your references. We'll take up only what you want to say. Now, हम लोग जो so called scholars है, हम क्या करते हैं कि 500, 800 reference देते हैं, which बेचारे school teacher नहीं पढ़ सकते. So they said, we'll remove all that. I said, please don't do that, because then people will say you have taken from somebody else. Now, when they made the presentations, the whole thing changed because they all the time converted through their experiences. And when the evaluation came, my very celebrated external experts, they got lower score than what the principals did. Similarly, at the moment, whether it is in B.Ed or M.Ed or wherever, we are talking of transacting knowledge. Learning is about 4 stages. Basic education, that is getting the knowledge, acquiring knowledge, deepening knowledge, and creating knowledge. This is Robert Koosman's model. Now the problem is, India can claim anything that we are Vishwaguru and everything. Till you create knowledge, you are nobody's guru. As long as we borrow John Dewey, we borrow Brunner, we are not talking anything Indian. Now, Vishwaguru cannot be by borrowing. Now, how does the knowledge creation happen? Knowledge creation happens when you allow children to create. Every child is born creative. That creativity is killed first by the parents and then by the teachers. There are many mothers, you will appreciate this word. In Hindi, there is a word called "अच्छे बच्चे ऐसे नहीं करते हैं." The moment a child deviates from the normal behavior, first advice is "अच्छे बच्चे ऐसे नहीं करते." इसके मतलब तुम फटाफट एडल्ट हो जाओ. एडल्ट होने का मतलब होता है कन्फर्मेशन, convergence. Now, creative child cannot be convergent. They have to be different. And their skill is well known. All of you are sitting here, a word came out about digital divide. In my writing and in my statements in the committees, I make a point. Digital divide is of 3 kinds: knowledge, skill, attitude, and digital device access. Every vice chancellor, I have the advantage, I can connect Dr. Sonwane to Professor Ram Takwale. I am from Ram Takwale's Jamana and I am seeing Dr. Sonwane. Now the problem is, every vice chancellor has every possible digital device, but neither the attitude nor the skill. If you see here, your children or grandchildren are more skilled in digital device than we are. So digital device is largely the attitudinal problem. There is a beautiful Hindi song, पीने वाले को पीने का बहाना चाहिए. जिसको इसका डिजिटल नशा है वो ढूंढ लेगा. हम लोग जो डिजिटल डिवाइड बात करते हैं, this is totally rubbish and wrong. Question is attitude. I did a program, I was doing a program in Delhi. One of the sessions was about video conferencing. And one of my students who was in Malaysia, but she's better off than me on that technology. I said, I'll prepare the slides, or you prepare the slides and send me, but you speak from there on phone. And she did it. How many of us, we phone up from one class to another teacher who is better than us? We don't do it. We all have technology. Now, my submission is that we need to change our way of thinking, change our way of working. And my another point is what you must, at least I understand Dr. Tanya and others are very competent and alert. Look at Bud Hall's work, co-creation. Why can't you do research together? I mean, Tanya mentioned, I'm currently working on a project involving 55 scholars from different parts of the world. And Tanya, I must also submit to you, I did a work on teacher employability funded by ICSSR. And I submitted the report. When it went to the evaluation, one foolish professor wrote, and I'm using the word very consciously, foolish professor wrote, this project was given to Professor Mukhopadhyay. Why did he involve 12 professors? Please delete all the names. I said, sorry, I'm not going to do it. Because Mukhopadhyay's wisdom cannot match 12 professors' wisdom, and you have not spent anything. Now people don't realize the value of teamwork. Why should we not encourage teamwork? Why should we not work, students working with the teacher together on research projects? So that Bud Hall's work, co-creation, is another dimension that I like to draw your attention. Unless we change experience of teachers under training, I think what all we are doing are theoretical. They must change. They must experience, for example, online education, they must experience. Desktop research, one of my students, he's a principal and a NASA body. She told, sir, internet has spoiled everything. I said, what happens? She said, this is all copy paste. I said, sorry, I cannot complain because UNESCO pays me heavily for copy paste. He said, what do you mean? I said, whenever they ask me desktop research, what is that copy paste? Except I know what to take and what not to take. I know how to select, I know how to organize information, how to put it together and punch in my views into it. I say, why don't you teach them? Then you will not feel that. Coming to the last point, and if it encourages anybody, I saw you are giving the fellowships. It's a very good initiative. I also give fellowships, but my target audience is very different. There's a saying in Bhagavad, Yavat Bhiyat Janadam, Swavat Sattang Hidehinam, Udhikantu Jo Bhimannate Sasteno Dandamarati. Our right is only to that much that fills our stomach. Anybody wanting more is a thief, should be punished. This is what austerity of Gandhiji. This is what Jeffrey Sachs' book, End of Poverty. If we follow, what we do, we identify poor, brilliant children. Sometimes from a newspaper, sometimes from word of mouth. The building that I'm sitting, I'm on 17th floor. In the basement, ground floor, there's a dhobi. Can you believe, Tanya, her daughter has got 77% marks, जो मुझको नहीं मिला था, higher secondary में. She does, morning she goes for a digital marketing training. दोपहर को माँ के साथ आयरन करती है, रात को इग्नो में BA ऑनर्स पढ़ती है. We identify such kind of brilliant children, support with scholarship, and what none of us in ETMA could do. 3 of our children have gone to IIT Kanpur, IIT Bombay, IIT Kharagpur. One did PhD from Center for Biomedical Research, जो हम लोगों ने नहीं कर पाया. We call it educating the third child. Believe me, आज तक हमने 42 children को इसमें support किया है. They have all taken their families out of the dire poverty. वो poverty imagine करना भी मुश्किल है. अभी right now one of my third daughter is studying MSc Physics. वो जो पहली बार अप्लाई किया था, I had sent one of my other scholars कि देख के आना वो कैसी है, मतलब गरीबी कैसी है. कहते सर लड़की के घर पे तो दरवाजा भी नहीं है. Can you imagine? Father is a day laborer, mother occasionally day laborer. घर के दरवाजा नहीं है, कोई भी इन्वेट कर सकती है. But fortunately, it's a rural area, which is much safer than urban areas. That girl has completed physics BSc honors with very high marks. जो हमने को भी जिंदगी में इमेजिन नहीं कर पाया. She is now doing physics MSc in Jadavpur University. हमारे सारे बच्चे जो है इस किस्म के हैं. And I'll say that why can't you also identify? It doesn't cost you much. हम लोग भी पेरेंट, मैं अकेले नहीं हूँ. हमारे 42 बच्चे हैं तो हम लोग भी 14 पेरेंट्स हैं. हम लोग हर साल एक छोटा सा अमाउंट डाल देते हैं हमारे बैंक अकाउंट में, वहां से हम लोग उनको ट्रांसफर करते रहते हैं. My last point is we are doing a 50 country study. I am not reminded Tanya, but Tanya, you must know that my story of success, secret of success is persuasion. You are to write Singapore case, and you have agreed. So now be prepared after your conference is over, you will be persuaded. My last point is, my time is not yet over. So lifetime achievement should be when the time is over. And 80 is a good time to change from physical body to astral body, but not the time enough to retire or stop working. I still have the largest project of this kind in the world and quite a few on the pipeline. Thank you very much for getting me here. And I'm happy that you invited on a day when the cricket match is not very interesting, because England and Afghanistan is no match for each other. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. I mean, listening to you put me into different zones of motivation, emotions. I mean, it's been, I fall short of words, but you've actually started from the scratch and miles to go. So thank you so much, sir. We are honored, and I'm sure all the participants of there are a lot of young and dynamic people out there writing very enriching and great contribution. The real mark of respect to such luminaries on board today will be if we even fall into their footsteps with our own unique styles, but let us do so. So thank you so much, and it's been
thank you.
A blessing to hear you, sir. Thank you. And may I now hand over the remaining segment to Dr. Parvesh Lataji.
Thank you so much, Professor Tanya. And now I would like to invite Ms. Smita Thakre for Best Presentation Award. Ms. Smita Thakre is there. Ms. Smita Thakre.
She's there. We are just displaying her slides.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So over to you.
Smitaji, can you please take lead? Are you able to hear us? All right. I seem to be in. All right. I'm in a blessed
read, ma'am. You can read. Be changing the slide.
I'm in a blessed zone that I'm being able to read so many awards today. So, anyways, this is one last segment. Actually, we wanted to do this before the lifetime achievement, but nevertheless, with all the seniority and due respect to the academicians, Smitaji is back. Smitaji, would you like to take over, or can you hear us? No, she has lost maybe her audio. All right, so let's go to the paper presentations. Firstly, at the outset, congratulations to all the paper presenters. We had over 100 paper presenters across 16 tracks, and the chair and the co-chair of various segments have selected one best paper presentation. And let me announce this, you will be getting your certificates very shortly. In plenary session 1.1 on Indian knowledge systems as a living tradition, the best paper presentation is given to Mr. Sanjeev Kumar, research scholar, School of Education, K.R. Mangalam University, for his paper, Vedic Mathematics and Calculus, Some Unique Techniques. Congratulations. In track 1.2, the cultural and spiritual identity of India, the award goes to Dinyangana Biswas, Assistant Professor, School of Liberal Arts and Humanities, Watson University, Hyderabad, Telangana, India. And for the paper, sketching the alternative gender identities from the ancient Indian texts and Indian knowledge systems. Track 1.3, best paper presentation on relevance of Indian knowledge systems in the present knowledge system, and it goes to a joint paper by Parnika Sharma, research scholar, Department of Educational Studies, Central University of Jammu and Kashmir, India, and Dr. J.N. Balia, Professor, Department at the Central University of Jammu, for their paper entitled Role of Indian Knowledge Systems in Building Cultural Identity and Self-Esteem, a Pedagogical Perspective. Many congratulations. Track 1, plenary session 1.4 on Indian knowledge system and some reflections for global integration. The best paper goes to Naina Sharma, PhD scholar, School of Education, K.R. Mangalam University, and co-authored by myself as Dean, School of Education, K.R. Mangalam University, for the paper Indian Knowledge Systems, Integration and Internationalization. Congratulations, Naina. Track 2.1.
Education and sustainability.
Yes, on the theme Sustainable Development Research, Practice and Education. 2.1. Education in Sustainable Development. The best paper goes to Jennifer Robinson for the paper on overview of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, which she has done under the supervision of her PhD guide, Dr. Chandramohan, Associate Professor, School of Basic and Applied Sciences, K.R. Mangalam University, and the second author, Dr. Shah Alam Khan, Department of National University of Science and Technology, Muscat, Sultanate of Oman. Congratulations, Jennifer, Dr. Chandramohan, and Dr. Shah Alam. Track 2.2. Best paper goes to Sarishti Joshi, research scholar, University School of Education, Guru Gobind Singh Indraprasth University, for a paper, The Significance of Education for Sustainable Development in Modern Day India. Many congratulations, Sarishti. Track 2.3. The best paper goes to Ms. Ria and Dr. Parvesh Lata for their paper entitled Global Partnership and Sustainable Education as a Framework for Peace Education. Many congratulations, Ms. Ria, research scholar, and Dr. Parvesh Lata. Track 2.4, best paper goes to Shabnam, research scholar, the Department of Teacher Training and Non-Formal Education, IS, Jamia Millia Islamia University, and for the paper Environmental Concerns, Issues, Impact and Mitigation Through Education. Congratulations, Shabnam. Track 3.1. Digital transformation and online education. For this, the best paper goes to Sangeeta Singh for her paper entitled Influence of Online Learning in the Study Habits of Senior Secondary School Students. Congratulations, Sangeeta. Track 3.2. The best paper goes to Dr. Megha D. Gokhale, Principal, Thakur Sham Narayan College of Educational Research, Mumbai, Maharashtra, for her paper on machine learning in education. Congratulations. 3.3. Track 3.3. The best paper goes to Garima, research scholar at Amity University, Noida, Uttar Pradesh, for her paper, The Awareness of Destructive Technologies for B.Ed Trainees. Congratulations. 3.4. There are two best papers that were given under this plenary session on challenges and benefits of online education. The first goes to Akanksha Dahiya, BLEd student teacher of K.R. Mangalam University, Haryana, and a joint paper under the supervision of Dr. Pooja Verma, assistant professor at the School of Education, on the paper Unveiling the Unseen Challenges and Solutions in the Digital Era of Education. And Dr. Balbir Kaur, head of the department, School of Education, Shri Guru Ram Rai University, Dehradun, Uttarakhand, has also been awarded the best paper for her paper on challenges in digitalization of education. Congratulations. 4.1. Under the track on equitable and inclusive higher education, the best paper in plenary session 4.1 goes to Dr. Shweta Bhargav, Assistant Professor, Sanjay Teachers Training College, Jaipur, Rajasthan, India. Congratulations, Dr. Shweta. 4.2. Under policy perspectives on inclusive education, best paper goes to Dharampal Singh, Research Scholar, Shobhit, Institute of Engineering Technology, Meerut, Uttar Pradesh, jointly co-authored with Dr. Deepa Rana, Assistant Professor, Shobhit Institute of Education Technology. Congratulations. 4.3, the best paper goes to Anita Sahai, Assistant Professor, Satyug Darshan Institute of Education and Research, Faridabad, Haryana, co-authored paper with Dr. Jugnu Khattar Bhatia, Principal, Satyug Darshan Institute of Education and Research, Faridabad. Many, many congratulations, Anita and Dr. Jugnu. And the last 16th plenary session, 4.4, the best paper goes to Yuvika Singh, Assistant Professor, the ICFAI University, Himachal Pradesh. Congratulations, Yuvika. And also those who could not get the best paper, kudos to your efforts. And we honor you from this platform for making an effort. There of course is a best of one as a choice, but each one of you has made a great contribution, and do carry back the suggestions that the chairs and the co-chair of your session have given to write well, publish well, and research well. Thank you so much. Parveshji, over to you.
Thank you, Professor Tanya, and congratulations to all the presenters who won the award. Now the session is over to Dr. Jennifer. Over to you, Dr. Jennifer.
Yes, ma'am. I'm just trying to adjust. So we are at the end of the session. I would like to call for the vote of thanks, Professor Dr. Satyendra Gupta, sir, who is the Dean, School of Education, Galgotia University, Greater Noida, Uttar Pradesh, India. Over to you, sir, for the vote of thanks for today's session.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
सभी को पुनः नमस्कार. Once again, I welcome to all. एक जिम्मेदारी और मिली है, तो सबसे पहले आज का शुभ दिन है, शारदीय नवरात्र का प्रारंभ हुआ है, तो मैं माँ शक्ति, माँ भगवती से यही मांगता हूँ, यही कामना करता हूँ कि हम सभी के ऊपर अपनी कृपा बनाए रखें और सभी के ऊपर शक्ति का संचार करें. And as per the responsibility given to extend the vote of thanks on behalf of the CTPD, Council for Teachers Professional Development. So first, I would like to extend the vote of thanks and a great thanks to all the paper presenters. Only due to you, we could manage this 2 days international conference, and only due to your work which you presented during the presentations in the conference. So all the chairs and co-chairs, they appreciated the efforts done by all the paper presenters. So once again, I thank you all the presenters, those who did the untiring work to write their paper, to prepare their paper, to convert into presentation, and then they presented in 2 days. And once again, you have to work hard to make it publishable, because you know your papers will be published in the form of book or journals. So once again, whatever the suggestions you are given, so kindly modify your paper as per the suggestions. I think you got so many suggestions during a presentation also. So make it more valuable. And your papers are also always available on the YouTube, because all the sessions were live telecast on the YouTube. So once again, you can go through the YouTube and you can share your presentation with your colleagues, your dear and nearer ones. And second, definitely our resource persons, those who accepted our request and they dedicated their valuable time to us. So first, I would like to extend my thanks to the especially at present those who are available in our validity session. So I would like to quote some names here. Dr. Professor Gopal Krishna Thakur. He is from Bardha University. We all know about him. Dr. Nelofer, she connected with us from the Uzbekistan. We also invited Dr. Rekha Kaul. She's from Australia, but due to some reasons she couldn't join us. Professor Dr. Sanjeev Sonwane, Vice Chancellor of Yeshwantrao Chauhan, Maharashtra Open University. He gave his valuable time. We know how busy are the VCs in their work, but he spared his valuable time for us. So thank you, sir, once again for guiding us, for motivating us, and for sharing your knowledge and experience with us. And then our distinguished awardees, those who accepted our request to come on that platform and accept our some small memento, some small recognition from all of us. Professor Marmar Mukhopadhyay, Professor Shakuntala Nagpalji, Professor Dr. K.M. Bhatnagarji, Dr. Satinder Dhillon ma'am. So these are the persons, those who gave time to us to remain present in this validity session. And during our inaugural session, we also had so many persons, those who consented, those who remained presented and gave their Ashirwad to us. So I would like to quote some name here. First, definitely Dr. J.S. Rajput, who is Padam Shri in the education and former director of the NCRT. Dr. Gopal Krishna Thakur was also there. Dr. Shri Uday Shankar, he is CEO Vishwa Yuva Kendra, New Delhi. He is running an NGO. Dr. Brijendrajit Kaur, Professor of Mathematics, he connected with us from the Singapore. Professor Sunil Kumar Singh, he connected from the BHU, Varanasi. And Professor Yeshwantrao Rama, he connected with us from the Mauritius. And Professor Nile Devshu, he connected from the Greece. And one more guest speaker we had, Dwarika Prasad Unyalji, he is the Pro Vice Chancellor of the RV University, Bangalore. So these are our external persons, those who blessed us, those who helped us, and many couldn't accepted our request because they were busy somewhere else. They couldn't give time to us, but they promised us in future they will definitely join our this type of conferences, seminar, or the other sessions. And after that, I would like to extend my thanks to Dr. Sanjay Kumarji. Today he chose to remain on background. He didn't appear on in front all of you. So because this is his effort today, and on 14th and 15th October, we enjoyed the international conference. And I think now you can calculate it how many moderators they helped us during the tracks. We had the 4 tracks and sub 4 tracks in each track. So 16 esteemed our educationists, they helped us to moderate the sessions. And we had the chairs and co-chairs, if I go to name them, so they are 32, because in each session we had 1 chair, 1 co-chair. Those selected the best paper also as per our presentation. So 32 persons, those who accepted our request and remained present during the near around 3 hours, 4 hours during the presentation session. So once again, I extend my thanks to all the co-chairs and chairs and my moderators. And last but not the least, the team which is working from a long time to make it possible and make it happen. And on screen you can see Dr. Professor Tania Gupta ji. She is handling this validity session. And Jennifer Robinson, Dr. Pravesh Lata, Smita Thakre ma'am, Dr. Jugnu Khattar Bhatia, Dr. Reena Unyal Tiwari ji, and Dr. Pravesh Lata, and because some names I may miss. Dr. Shweta Rani ji, she is not present in today's session. So these are the some workforce behind, they made that session successful. They made this international conference successful. So I hope this is our first international conference. So based upon your feedback, based upon your suggestions, we will try to come in a better way in near future, or I think at the earliest we will try to come again with these types of conferences, seminars. And I think all of you are aware about the work which we are doing as under the banner of the CTPD. So we are conducting so many FDPs, so many workshops, seminars with the other institutions, and these all are free of cost. This is made paid because we want to limit the presentations, because we couldn't manage the number of the, I think you are aware about that, we received more than 150 requests or the persons, those who registered for the presentation. And after that, formally around 120-30 we could manage in our presentation. You can calculate how many subtracks we had and how many presentation each track we had. So that's why we had to make it payment based. So that's why we could control the person, and only quality and serious one could come to that stage. We are making it free. We are giving the knowledge information without any payment, but we want to make the quality education, quality knowledge sharing, etc. with us. So once again, thank you all being remain present in the session and giving your valuable time to all of us. Thank you once again. किसी का नाम रह गया हो तो क्षमा करिए. टीम बहुत बड़ी है जो बैकग्राउंड में काम कर रही है, तो ये सारी महिलाएं हैं और इनसे पूछिए कैसे इन्होंने अपने घर को भी संभाला है और पिछले 1 हफ्ते से लगातार ऑनलाइन सेशन, ड्राई रन, प्रैक्टिस, डिस्कशन, because this is virtual. So everybody after their departmental work, then they join the online meeting in the night, late night, and then on 14th to 15th October we could present this conference. So thank you Nari Shakti. सभी को बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं, हार्दिक धन्यवाद. माता रानी की कृपा हम सभी पर ऐसे ही बनी रहे और आगे भी हमें मार्गदर्शन करती रहें और हम कुछ शिक्षा के क्षेत्र में छोटा सा गिलहरी तरह का योगदान हम दे सकें. धन्यवाद सर, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आप सभी को.
सभी का बहुत बहुत अभिनंदन सर.
Now again hand over to Dr. Pravesh Lata ji.
Thank you. I must mention that along with the award, I got a daughter. Find out who is my new daughter.
Dr. Tania madam.
You are too intelligent, Bhandarkar.
After all, I am a student, sir.
चलिए, sir, kindly give us the permission to formally close this session, validity session. Bhandarkar sir, Mukhopadhyay sir. So thank you all the participants. I hope you have filled the feedback form and remain contact in your subgroups for the further information and communication.
Can take a photograph also, sir.
Yeah, ma'am.
Please keep your
एक
cameras
बार
open
जो
for a
कैमरा ऑन
final
कर सकते हैं अपना
photograph.
कैमरा ऑन कर लें. जो एक ग्रुप ऑलरेडी फोटो हो गए, लेकिन एक विद कैमरा हो जाएगा तो ज्यादा अच्छा रहेगा.
Tanya ma'am, kindly on your camera.
Yeah, sure. If you can just give everybody the rights, to switch on their camera. Jugnu ma'am, can we do that?
Yeah,
Please. That will be great. This is the best part of the conference. Jugnuji, can we cover some photographs? just kindly keep your cameras on. We are clicking photographs. Just a few more minutes.
Yeah, please.
We are going to page 2. Thank you
Yeah,
so
we are-
much, everyone. Thank you.
Congratulations to everyone. Tanya ma'am, before they leave, we have to tell 2 points. One is the
Yes.
feedback form to be filled in by everyone. The link is posted already. And second is to see you all next year for the next conference.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
Kindly
Thank
fill the
you.
feedback
Thank you
form.
so much.
Thank you so much to everyone.
Thank you so much, all.
Jugnu ma'am, thank you.
Further
Tanya
instructions related to your certificates and publication, because that is also the second part of the conference, to publish the papers. We will be getting back to you with inputs, and we will be requesting the paper presenters to improvise their writings, and then it will be published as promised. Thank you, everyone. Jai Hind. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Tanya ma'am. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Ma'am. Thank you. Sir.
Excuse me, I don't find the chat, the feedback, feedback. It was in the chat.
I can just put it again, sir. Just a minute.
It should be in the chat, no? Chat.
Yes, it should be in the chats. It's gone above. Yeah, I think I got it. Just a minute.
Madam, you directly post in his chat also.
Can you see the link?